Oh, we're live, so we're not zombies. Hello, everybody. We just had a quick throw a show together sort of thing, and we have
We were
I
bored.
killed Earl allegedly, and as a lawyer, I do recommend her saying that after every sentence she's ever said, because allegedly could be true.
as my
Anyway,
unofficial lawyer.
right? Because we're both broke bitches, we can't afford a lawyer.
Right. Not even a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Why do you think he had to get rid of the body? Of the car, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Anyway, yeah, Ed actually had. We just got done an hour ago or so or less
Mhm.
on the
Yeah.
Rabbit Atheist show, and I thought he had a really good show tonight.
Yeah. That was good.
Um, Even though it had Alex on, I mean, I don't dislike Alex. It's just something about him, though. I'm not all into him like I used to be. But I'm
Hmm.
that way. I was thinking that today, even that, and I don't know how you are. I mean, and I hate to turn this into atheist chat or even
Hmm.
religious of any sort, but I can see like my taste changing,
Hmm.
and not just 20 years ago. I mean, even with like a lot of the creators that I don't really follow. Not that
Hmm.
I don't like them, but it's just like the same crap over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, somebody, a theist drops a video of some sort, one channel does it, and all of a sudden everybody does it. Which when I was with Joe, we did the same thing.
Hmm.
With that Corky guy, but it was just like, and I like doing response videos, but I think, and I'm actually thinking about maybe doing response videos of other things, maybe like stupid people moments, or, I haven't even decided, but, really the whole atheist being my whole world sort of thing, especially after, and I know this is going to piss some people off, and this is my opinion, not Earl's.
Else
I'm
it
not
do.
speaking for her, but, to me, this whole trans thing ruined atheism. How many channels, do a lot of trans material, which I'm not saying it doesn't need to go out there.
The merging of the SJW stuff
Right.
with the atheism stuff was just like it's just too much. I don't know why they became so commingled, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, just like other things, there's just going to be just like evolution and science and other things. That, to me, it's the trans thing is going to be identified as atheism. And the two
Yeah.
don't go hand in hand. Obviously, I mean, not that I'm against trans, but I have a very
Yeah, I
unpopular
don't know
view of
why
it.
they have to be so like enmeshed, and I
Right.
honestly think that that's you know when the when Charlie Kirk died, and the instant that they found out that he was maybe kind of had a friend that was sort of maybe seeing a trans person, like it just became like it automatically became this is a leftist and this is from it's like that because they're so enmeshed, and it doesn't help
Right.
their community.
Right. Um,
It's
Really quick, I'm going to ask. I mean, because I made the mistake last time, didn't even think about it. But do you want to just have a closed panel or open it up? That's up to you. Or we can talk for a while
um
and then open it up. Or
yeah, that's fine.
okay, which one was fine? Remember, I'm
Oh,
61.
the second one, sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I just wanted you to have the choice since last time. It kind of, I just want to make sure we talk about what we want to talk about. And
It,
actually, to
yeah,
me,
that was a lot.
right, this list was, as soon as you said, have a list of things that because I always talk about, man, I'd love to do a show about this, but I never write them down. And
Hmm.
this stuff's swirling around in my head sort of thing, and it's just like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about too, was
Yeah.
like not. Oh, by the way, hi Sandman, I wasn't ignoring you. Yeah, let's drink. I got something. I got water or something. Hey Trusty, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you for a minute. But how, and I've seen it in myself, even though I don't consider myself ever being a real believer. I
Hmm.
went through the motions. I was a wannabe, never had the feeling. But how do you tell your parents that with that sort of thing? But even in my experience of still 40 years of being around a religious family,
Hmm.
how I've carried some things over.
Hmm.
Yes, and I was talking to somebody the other day about this. It's weird how we can see it as atheists when a theist says something about, um, let's say, personal feelings.
Hmm.
I know there's a God because I feel Him.
Right.
Well, transfer that over. No longer do you have that, but now you have, and I'm not mocking, I'm just using the only example I can think of right away. But then you have, trans people. It's basically the whole thing, at least on seen on the right for the most part. It's um, a feeling. You feel like a woman. There's no science behind. That same mentality. But it's like here we are.
Well,
We
there's
can
some science behind it, but they're still in the early
right,
phases
right.
of
And that's
figuring out,
what
like,
my
there was some study going on about, like, that they have, like, a male or female brain or something, but
right,
as far as I've read, they're pretty inconclusive at this
right. And
point.
it's still
I mean, there
early, and
is
I'm not
some,
saying
like, it's obviously valid, but
right. I'm not saying the science isn't there totally, just haven't discovered it. But it's
right,
like
yeah, it's still really early.
everything because I really studied the trans athlete thing, especially. I won't get into that, but everything I keep hearing is, we've had these studies, but they're small sample sizes. Like the biggest one that she mentioned was like 225 people.
Mhm.
Over a
Well,
year
there
or
aren't
two.
that many, that's the thing, there
Right,
aren't that many
exactly. So you
people
the information out
to
there, and that's what
study, yeah.
this one on the CSPN special was talking about, saying, it's going to take us 20 years to get enough data possibly to even, be able to try to figure something out. And then another 10 years, to go through that data,
Mhm.
so it's like, that I can handle, but, going back to, the theist, how, other things. And I had, examples. So I didn't really talk about this another time, but it was just kind of weird. We're talking about, oh God,
Mhm.
what topics. But,
Mhm.
oh, actually, whenever you get time, give me some week or I want to do it on Saturdays if that's
Yeah,
okay. Kind of like do what we're doing now, and then we'll open it up and do whatever. But
that's what I was thinking, like, right after,
yeah,
little
just
time, and then right after Ed's stream,
right,
and then, I think that'd work for me.
yeah. Just give me the what days you want to do it, and or day, or
Mhm.
as far as not the day, but the date. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go. It's a date, girl.
Oh,
um,
we'll get
but
there.
yeah, I think the first one definitely I want to do that. I've always want to talk about cognitive dissonance. I mean, I got a
Mhm.
grasp of it, but really to ever dig into it. That's why I like having you around. You are my philosophical, scientific, political, anything I don't know about, girl. And
Well,
I know
I
this was
am a
from a movie. You
consummate
complete me.
know-it-all, so I will happily educate anybody.
Um,
I am fancy like that.
yeah, fancy like that.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance is, I don't I've can't say that I've experienced it really, because I tend to be somebody who is, like, if I don't know something, I'm, like, okay with knowing it, but or not knowing it, but,
Right.
I'll go and figure it out.
Right.
But cognitive dissonance is a difficult one to pin down because you don't know when you're doing it. Um, it's, for instance, recently I just posted on, my blog, a um little exchange that I had with a commenter, um, where they were talking about how, in their office that, nobody is a fan of Trump because they're all, like, really staunch Christians, where I have seen before my very eyes, people calling in to virtually every single left-leaning call-in show, on YouTube, all becoming rape apologists in front of my eyes.
Oh wow.
That's cognitive dissonance.
Damn. See, and
So
that's like why I
they
want to
know
talk.
it's wrong, right?
Yeah.
They know that what Trump has done is wrong, and they're trying, so it's the mental gymnastics. They're trying so hard to make it right, but they know that it's not. And they're fighting it, and you can tell that they're fighting it, and that it's really uncomfy for them, but because they are in a cult, they can't bring themselves to actually disassociate themselves away from Trump's behavior.
Damn it, Trump.
So that's a really easy front of my brain example of what that
I mean, that's
what
just
it is.
you go the political route. I go the biblical route. Generally on
Right.
YouTube.
Yes, I'm dialed in politically. That's for
Right.
sure.
Well,
It's a little
even
obnoxious, but yeah.
which I mean, with you and your autism, especially as much as you focus on something, once you set your mind to it,
Hmm.
um, yeah, your research, just like when we did the gaslighting thing, it's like in my mind I knew what it was,
Hmm.
but until you verbalize it with somebody, it's like even I didn't realize, just by a simple example, I wasn't looking at her ass, baby. I was, checking out the
Right.
shoes for you,
Hmm. Yep.
So yeah, I didn't realize it,
And
so I
somebody
was
mentioned in the comments about medical gaslighting, and wanted to know a little bit more about that, and that is um, really prevalent in virtually all of medicine. Um, I am experiencing this, and I know that it's there, and I know I'm not making it up, and the doctors are
right,
trying to turn you into a hypochondriac, or dismiss, like, oh, it's not that bad, it's not, it can't possibly be what you're saying that it is.
right,
And that's how, like, cancers go undiagnosed for ages and ages and ages. Or actually, a really good example is endometriosis. So most women go over a decade without being diagnosed with endometriosis because of medical gaslighting. They go, "Oh, you're just a woman. It's, periods are supposed to be painful. You don't, you can't be, it can't be as bad as you're saying that it is."
right,
And so they get dismissed until their organs are
right.
eaten
Well,
up
why did you
with
come in and get checked for this,
and they
Margaret?
need like a full hysterectomy.
Right.
It's really, really, I mean, it fucks up your life.
Right. And just really quick, I want to say hi to Z, Sandman.
Mhm.
I said hi to Spooky. Was there somebody else? Maybe not. And also, this is going to be my first ban of the night. We don't talk about the Red Sox in here, dude. You know that. Oh wait, and what's it called when somebody is like envious of somebody else's baseball team because you're
Jealousy, green
oh,
with
that's
envy.
the word. The clinical. Yes, you're jelly, Bailey,
You're jelly,
because we
jelly
got
belly.
27 rings.
For sure.
Um, yeah, Zealot is actually a atheist in training.
Ah.
Wait, what did he say? Oh wait, about it's a secret because I never stream. Actually, we're gonna be doing some more streaming, and even uh, we got plans. Um, a long time, well, not even a long time. I've got to feel like I've been here for 20 years on here. Back in our days when me and Earl were here
Get off my
on our
lawn.
dial up, we had this idea to stream together on some topics, and
Hmm.
it's kind of turned into this like educate an old dude or old guy or whatever that
Hmm.
was, and that's where the gaslighting and stuff like that chats,
Hmm.
sort of things. Even
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't
these.
know what got me down. I was looking at something, and then I think that it was, oh, it said on Gigi's stream, you were in the title, but then when I went to go look at it, you weren't there, and I was like,
Thursday.
yeah, on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
I actually was going to do a show there. Ended up going to the ER,
Oh
and
god.
they kept me overnight. Well, it's part of what I've got. That's why that's what's kind of weird is the fifth I go in for a ERCP, which is
Mhm.
basically a upper GI
Mhm.
scope with
Mhm.
the scope on the side, so they can look at my pancreas because I had a 14 millimeter polyp, and
Oh
I went
goodness.
like 6 years with reoccurring acute pancreatitis. And for
Mhm.
some reason, and I think it was the turkey grease from Thanksgiving, just sometimes smells get to me. And they were telling me that's probably because your gallbladder was bad. Well, they finally took my gallbladder like in 2018,
Mhm.
and I still have problems with smell,
Mhm.
which is no big deal. I'm a lot better than I was. I'll take this over literally probably 6 months, a year of being sick, puking with acute pancreatitis.
Gosh.
And I miss a lot of work, and how I ever kept my job, I still wonder.
Yeah.
Uh, See,
Yeah,
this the truth comes out.
yeah, so I was
Envious of
that
that.
that turned into looking up because then I was like, well, maybe you're streaming somewhere else, and so then I got on your channel, and then I was looking through your stuff for some reason.
Yeah,
These are
it
the
went.
rabbit holes that I go down, and then I was like, oh, that was just like, oh, I'll watch that again and see, because it was funny and watching it, I was like, that was a really good idea that
Yeah,
the educate an old man, like
yeah.
the concept for the show, I thought was really, really good. And I so I was like, hey, you want to do that again? Because I thought it was fun.
Hey, Native. Yeah, I felt kind of bad. I did feel really bad after I felt better for Gigi because he blew my phone up, my Facebook, and I didn't have my phone with me because it was one of those. I'm that type of person. I'll be sick for days, and yeah, I'll just stuff it out. And when it
Right.
clicks, I'm gone. That's the only way I can go.
Yeah.
Whereas, mom or my ex-wife, when I was married or living,
Hmm.
they can hound me, and I just sit there until almost being dead. Not
Right.
literally, but just to spite them. But yeah. So then, with his autism and especially his OCD, um, which but still I'm appreciative of, he was so concerned and, trying to make sure I was, good. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm only 61. Yeah, that's why I'll probably get hoarse a little bit because with all
Do they
that
have to tube you?
medications and stuff that they pump through me, which actually most of it probably was flushed with all the,
Hmm.
hell, they put like 2 bags of, the saline or whatever it is, just within like 2 hours. And that's,
Right.
the big bags. And she's like, I
Right.
can't believe the doctor's pushing this through you. But that they're so used to me being in there, they know, which I hadn't had an episode for, gosh, probably 4 or 5 years this bad. But
Wow.
before, I was in there so much. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Same thing. And
Hmm.
one of the doctors was there, didn't even wait for me to get my vitals, and said, yeah, I'm, whatever, lactates, blah, 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 blah. Give me the, whatever milligram morphine and the, and I forgot, I can't remember the name of the the anti-nausea medicine.
Hmm.
Oh, crap. It's
Like a
common.
Dramamine kind of thing.
Uh,
I
no,
know which one you're talking about.
yeah, it almost sounds like that if I remember, but I can't remember. But yeah, they shoot that all in
It's
there.
Dramamine's the name brand or whatever.
Right,
But there's
right.
that's essentially that, but it's you can do it as an injectable.
Right. When I was really having trouble back then, part of what this was is, well, because the polyp was either shut. I had like short gut syndrome, is what they called it. But I'd get so dehydrated,
Yeah.
and it took like probably 6 months for me to finally figure out. It's like, because the doctor's like, what? How do you get better afterwards? And he kept asking. I don't know. It just undoes it, and then it's kind of like, well, literally every time, because you're like, how many times, or how long does these last? And I said, depends.
Mhm.
When I finally decided to go to the ER.
Right.
Then we kind of like, it kind of clicked that, and then he's like, well, what do they do when you go in there? I said, basically all they do is give me fluids. They, I asked nicely for pain, they already know that because it's in my record. And then the anti-nausea. And then I said, I relax, and then boom.
Hmm.
So, that's the only thing that was kind of crappy for me. Cause it's like, I'm sitting there thinking, tell me this crap ain't going to start again.
Hmm.
But like I said, also the upside is next Friday, I have my upper GI get violated in my sleep.
Ew.
Ew. Just the tip, doc.
Yeah, those that Ed actually just asked me if there were any more funny clips of us, and I was like, oh my god, there's so many.
Oh man, even with JL.
He
JL
was,
and the car inflatable dude.
yeah,
That's
that was
classic.
so funny. Yeah, yeah, on my birthday. That's what I told him. It was like there's a ton from my birthday stream, and then just other ones that we've done.
Wait, I
And he
wonder if
wants
I
to do
still
a sort of like end of the year kind of thing where
right.
I kind of compile together some of the older stuff. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
trying to see if
I'm doing
I
that this week.
have, okay, that's not it. Yeah, because I've only got one clip of me, and this was gosh, it was Aunt Jur when it
Mhm.
was it's on, and this is like a slam on me, and I can't believe I said it, but it's one of those you don't hear it until you
Mhm.
see it sort of thing. So yeah. Oh, that's not it. Means no pole. I might have deleted it. Damn it. But yeah, it was a Mark Reed. Yeah, not that I follow him anymore, but it was a Mark Reed stream. And it was when Joe was supposed to do like a 9 o'clock in the morning Sunday stream since he's Australian. Well, Joe was having trouble with his internet or whatever. And, so I went in there, first time ever going by myself, to do this. But we were talking about, Mark being everywhere, this, that, and the other. And I was talking about, damn, you got all this energy. And I said something about that, something about, I need some of that Mark juice. And it didn't even click. It really didn't click. I just kept talking, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's in the comments saying, it's like, okay, whatever. Then Andrew sent that to my Discord, and I opened it up, and it's like, damn, that's funny as hell. But embarrassing as hell. And what amazes me that there's not more clips of me. Whether I'm flipping out on like Timmy Tears or, just saying something really stupid or, fun, because I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Gigi does, some of his, stuff, but a lot of his are like, he took a picture, of me standing in front of my house and turned it into like me ripping off my shirt, AI, all these great muscles that I never had to begin with. But
I just sent you the 2 clips that I made. You can throw them on there if you want.
Oh, I've already got one queued up, actually. Yeah, we'll do this now. We'll do which one do I have open? This one is the very first one, The Birth of Fangs. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. Usually I have Gigi do this when we do our show on Thursday. Oh, here it is. This was unrehearsed and done by professionals. StreamYard. I'm going to see if I can make it bigger. That's what she said. Does that make any difference there?
Yeah.
Okay. All I got to do is oh my gosh, first stream. This is the question I asked the rabbi. I said, so what do they do for people that fall on Saturday? He said they do circumcisions on Saturdays, because it's more important than keeping the Sabbath. So to me, the Sabbath keepers today are just nuts. Do they still circumcise, or do they not circumcise?
It's weird. My goodness.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the story of Jesus doesn't use that example.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
If they did.
Maybe Fangs could use it.
I don't know what the equivalent would be. Yeah. Oh God.
My idea.
Holy carrot. We have to circumcise the carrot. There we go. Just made up doctrine on the spot.
There we go. I feel more Christian every day. Sorry, Maude.
Do you remember Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
You knit the dip.
I thought that was you actually talking to me. I'm an idiot. I was saying, yeah, just the tip. Okay, I gotta get the. Oh, that was funny. Oh, yeah. Z, that's me. That's before I got my hair cut. Now it's really short. I'd go on camera now, but I looks like total dog shit. Plus being out in this friggin' blizzard trying to clear some. Yeah, I'm not doing that after sweating. But yeah, that's me in all my glory.
It's snowing where you're at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you we've got about an inch.
Wow.
It hasn't been snowing all that long, really. But it's like Thanksgiving Day before, went to the ER. I went in there and was telling everybody, I just saw the weather report for Indiana. Like, oh, what is it? How bad is it? I said, well, it's anywhere from half inch up to 120 inches.
Right.
They can't be wrong. With my luck, we're going to end up with 122 inches. Okay, let me see. I'll get the other one here in a second. Oh, snap. What? Oh, snap. About... Oh, damn it. I wish I'd have known that. I'm going to have to... I guess I got Tar Baby blocked because every time I see him, I don't want to time him out or ban him. On somebody else's channel, but it's like I feel obligated. So, I mean, sorry. I'll go figure out how to unban you, but welcome anyway, Tar Baby. I knew you were my personal stalker. I'm a Catholic. Why? Because I've been sprinkled. I was one at one time. Hold on, I'll get the other one.
You all right?
Yeah, it's that dry throat.
Yeah.
And what's sad is I just had to check to make sure that you were actually talking to me.
That it wasn't the recording.
Right. It's like I got myself paranoid now. I did. I literally stopped whatever I was doing. Why is this not popping? Oh, there it goes. It's popping up in Discord, but I couldn't get it to pop up in a big screen.
You getting up the other one?
Yeah. Because I said the word. And it's not, and I thought it was bird. I thought it might have been because I used to do that all the time. Bird's the word. You know, that's when, you know, those Orthodox sit there saying, you know, Jesus is the word. It's like, no, I heard the song. It's the bird.
Mm-hmm. Bird.
Oh, you commented on my comments. Oh, got to add you or add this. Gosh, I'm out of practice.
You are. We'll get you figured out.
Yeah, no kidding. I better do this if we're going to stream again, or we're screwed. Oh, there's the big full screen. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Can't believe you said I look Catholic. You look Orthodox. See? Earl. Oh, it is, isn't it? It's almost Beck's birthday.
Ooh.
Well, we're gonna have a lot of birthday streams coming up here short. Because I mean, mine's a little ways away in October. I've never done one until last year, and I think I'm gonna do it again because it was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was sitting there by myself all night having a stream, but you know, it's still fun. You know, eating my cake, and I cried on it. It was kind of, you know, ended up being moist. You know, but...
oh, you just triggered
You fucker. You.
See, this is what you get when you get your fucking avatar to work and not mine.
Boomer.
That's the only reason I said it. Otherwise, I would never said it.
Oh, goodness.
God, I hate that word.
Wait, it's not done.
Oh, gosh. See, my first streaming.
Working all the kinks out. No, it gets better. The end part's the best part.
Well, I'm going to actually play the whole thing again because I think that's funny as shit. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, even if my cake's dry.
Damn right.
See what I did there?
You coming to my birthday stream?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's almost Beck's
It's a
birthday.
month. Yeah, it's a month. Less.
Okay, I gotta stop this for a second because this is driving me nuts. I had Bell's palsy. I think we talked about this before, but anyway, I still have like the you know, probably like 75 to 80% of my original function. And my corner of my right eye droops and the side of my mouth gets numb. And I know that I kind of once in a while almost sound like I'm stuttering or I can't explain it. But now listening to myself, I can hear it. It's driving me nuts. How can anybody listen to me scream when I sound like that?
I didn't notice.
Let me go back. I'll have to play this one because I can't remember if I really noticed it on this one or the other one. Well, we're gonna have a lot of birthday streams coming up here short because I mean, no, right there, it's kind of like a mumbling.
Oh,
I mean, mine's a little ways away in October. I've never done one until last year, and I think I'm gonna do it again. Playing with the beard, it was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was sitting there by myself all night having a stream, but you know, it's still fun. You know, eating my cake and I cried on it. It was kind of, you know, ended up being moist. You know, but
you just triggered.
You fucker. You.
See, this is what you get when you get your fucking avatar to work and not mine.
Boomer.
That's the only reason I said it. Otherwise, I would never said it.
Oh, goodness.
God, I hate that word. I hate that word so much. Nothing. Like I honestly, it just
You better
yeah,
drink something. Get that taste out of your
right.
mouth.
It tastes bad. It just
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
bad.
I knew it was coming. And you know what?
Oh,
I need a timestamp that so I know where to clip it. I do gotta say though, when me and Ed get on the stage, it don't matter who else is up there, we always have great streams.
Yeah, we have a good time.
We may
This
not
time
make
was
sense,
great.
and anybody might not even be listening to us, but we enjoy the hell out of ourselves and think we're
Mhm.
great.
I had a ball. That I rewatched that whole thing. That was that was hysterical.
Yeah, until the day I die, I don't care if I'm 99 years old. If there's a birthday stream of one of us, I'm there, or at least my body will be. I don't think my mind will, but
Well, we'll keep you upright.
just give me that blue pill. I'll be erect.
Oh boy.
How else do you think I keep myself from rolling out of bed in the
Right.
morning? I give a whole new meaning to Tom Petty's song "Free Falling"
Right.
because I got a tall feather bed or whatever it is. It's pretty thick and high. And I mean, I'm like 5'11", and I have sometimes I get the little hop to get my butt up there.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be a fall if I did. Like behind me, I've got my gun case, so it's like between me and the bed because I get like 10% of the bed on this side, and Jack gets the rest of it.
Right. Yeah. And they're
Literally.
still trying to push you off. Probably.
Exactly.
Did
The other day, and I mean,
you give
I'm
the
glad I
link
was
to Ed?
single. For once in my life, I'm really glad I'm single because I wake up, my legs are like bent. I'm on my back because I can't sleep on my side because of all my scarring and stuff. And literally underneath, like my back of my legs, my knees is Jack's head.
Right.
And it's like I didn't notice it at first. I start moving, and all of a sudden, this came up.
I usually
flip
sleep
this now. All
under my butt.
was his breath on my ass, and it's like, oh, Jack, you're gonna have to move. You know, that is like the worst way to get woke up. But then again, he looks at me like, what?
What? Did you give Ed the stream link?
Oh, I thought he said he's gonna get something to eat and go to bed.
I just, I thought maybe he might get a second wind or something.
Okay. Oh wait, duh. He's not. I don't have him on Discord. Hold on.
No, he's on Facebook.
Right. That's what I had to think for a second. It's like, wait a second. It's like I talked to him.
I need to get him on Discord though. I hate using Facebook. I mean, I have one. Like, you'll pull it out of my cold dead hands, but like,
right. All I do is I push shit on my page so I can go back and find it later, or just piss off some people on my page.
It's great for finding memes. Where I go to, because like on my blog, I've always got something, the picture at the top, and like 90% of those I find on Facebook.
Damn, I haven't sent him a message for 11 weeks. We must be fighting. I didn't know it. It's not like somebody else I know, I guess.
I plead the fifth.
I sent Ed the link. I'll just say. There we go. Okay, that's taken care of. Let me go back here. Here we have the. Anyway,
I mentioned something in the chat when he was right when he was ending, and I didn't hear the ending. Hi, Mama. Lovely.
Yeah, I closed out when I thought he was really getting off, and then I went outside because I first set up the stream. But that's why I was running late, is because I took Jack outside, and he loves playing in the snow. Chewy, the mom's old pit. He tries to keep up for about 30 seconds, and he starts shivering. He barely can go out there and pee because he literally pitties do not like cold weather. They
No.
don't like rain.
My one dog, the Reginald, he died 2 years ago, but he loved the snow. He would roll around in it and get his face
Yeah.
all covered, and he was a Westie Maltese mix, and so he had a little beard, and he'd come inside and his whole beard would be covered in little icicles. Rue, the one I've got now, he his brother doesn't care about rain. He's fine with rain. But snow, he doesn't like his little paws to be that cold, I think.
Oh shoot. Jack don't care if it's wet or he can get into it. It was like, because I got him when he was like 5.5 months old.
Mm-hmm.
So he was born in like July, so he hadn't even seen his first snow. And our first snow we had here was pretty, not really, really bad, but we had a big snow drift where it always, just the way the wind blows. He goes out there, kind of like does the tippy tappy, trying to figure out what the hell it was. And all of a sudden, literally, he jumps for a lot, because labs can jump pretty high. He jumps straight up in the ground and pounces in it. And I kept thinking, the little documentaries where it shows the whatever it is, the mouse
like foxes
or whatever.
Yeah, the foxes that go in trying to find the moles and stuff.
Yeah, and they just died. They disappear. That's exactly what he looked like. And then he does this thing for some reason, which once again, it's a lab thing, or at least a dog thing, because like when I bring him down to the creek, he'll like run through the water with his jaw open, like he's trying. I don't know if he's not drinking, but he does this all the friggin' time. But it's
yeah, I've got
he's a goofball.
I've got he's snoozing. You want to say hi? You say hi, everybody.
Aww. Is his nose moist?
Hi. Oh, yes, it'll. Oh, okay. Bugger off.
Yeah, see you later, girl. You woke me up. No food, don't bother me. Yes, Z, we always field questions around here.
Why not? Although the one that he asked,
oh wait,
that's your forte. No.
Oh. Yeah, we're actually, we stopped at educating an old dude, but I still kind of like learn you the Bible or like baby Bible, but
yeah, because
we're going to talk about like biblical things, just to talk
there's
about them,
a ton of stuff. Like I know enough about the Bible to basically like have a conversation with your average uninformed Christian. Right. I know just enough to get myself in trouble. That's about it. Right.
You can field this question. This is your question. What's Earl interested or knowledgeable in? And this is kind of what we're talking about right now, Z. And I actually mentioned it earlier.
The only thing I can say that I do, like, honestly do not give a shit about, it's easier, the list is shorter to just say what I'm not interested in. I don't give a fuck about sports. I do not give a fuck about anime. I don't care a whole lot about like philosophy. I don't, what some old guy said about a thing does not.
Right. Like, or logically trying to get something into existence or whatever.
I don't mind the philosophical kind of questions about, like in terms of like theology, like, merging those two together, like that's totally fine. But like when JL is doing his Stage of Reason and some debate bro comes on there and it's just like this esoteric,
right?
JL knows Catholicism starts. It's like I do not give a fuck. I don't care what Kant had to say or Socrates or any of that kind of shit.
They're dead. They're dead for a reason, people.
It doesn't. I've read enough about it to know that it doesn't really impact how I perceive the world. So why I need to know what some other dude said about a thing, just doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't care about that. And I think that's pretty much the list. So sports, philosophy, and anime.
And men.
And video games. So that all kind of gets tied up together because I can't work the joysticks. I can't walk and look at the same time.
And you drive a car. This is scarier than an Asian behind the wheel.
I drive a stick shift.
It's even worse. I wish I had.
It's the buttons. It's using the joystick. One, my hands don't work I'm very arthritic, and so my hands don't work very well anymore. But it's something about being able to look forward and then also look around as I'm doing that with the joystick. Something about that does not
I know people like that.
I just end up getting stuck in a wall. I can do it. I used to play World of Warcraft, but I used a mouse.
Right.
I can totally do that. And I can even
the 3D part that you're having trouble with.
When I'm doing that a little bit, not so much, but I can do it from that perspective, but it's particularly the ones where you're looking it's not from behind somebody. It's the first person, from their perspective. Can't fucking do it.
That could be another show.
I've never my video game knowledge basically stopped at World of Warcraft, and then before that it was Super Mario. I played a lot of Yoshi's Story. That was my jam.
As many games as I've played over my life, I've never played that one. I'm going to read this really quick because I want him to clarify. But it'd be cool to hear your guys share your thoughts on the concept of divine providence versus coincidence, or however you guys would term those.
Is that determinism versus coincidence? Is that sort of, or is that more of are we talking prophecy?
Yeah, clarify that, Z. Then we'll deal with that. And while you're doing that, or I'm going to take your other question. Oh, we got that one. And good questions, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I never saw it. I haven't seen the new Barbie movie.
I haven't either. Not that I would anyway, but
I don't watch movies anymore, really. I've got, physical copies of stuff, but I don't do any Netflix. I don't go to the movie theater.
The only way I would have watched that was if I had a granddaughter. Because I watch stuff I don't out of my comfort zone, just as like the Minions.
Yeah.
And that's what's so quinky dinky that it's part of the Fangs lore. But it's that's stupid. That looks stupid as hell. And then I hooked. I don't have any merchandise, but I watched every one of them. But to me, watching the previews for Barbie just looked like it was nonsensical. Kind of like the new Naked Gun. I started watching it. And then it came on. What is it? I got 3 streaming services now for holiday specials. Oh boy! And they've got the one with Liam Neeson on there, so it's okay, that's what I'm going to watch. I mean, not that it's stupid, but to me that it looked like it was going to be stupid, and it's just okay, because I'm funny about stuff. Sometimes it's man, that is stupid. Other times it's really stupid, but I think it's funny as hell. Like my wedding videos.
I've never really been interested in movies that are comedies. I love watching stand-up specials. I can do that all day. But comedy, rom-coms or kind of those nasty sort of ones, it gives me the cringe. I get secondhand embarrassment so bad that I need a physical object.
All right, dog butt alert. It's from Ohio.
My ex-husband, right? At least he wasn't, full asshole in there. At least you were decent enough to keep your tail down.
Hey, Mom, do I got any corn sticking out of this thing?
Right. But he used to make fun of me because I needed my awkward pillow. I needed something in between me and the stimulus. I had he loved to watch shit although Anchorman was, once I got past the second, to me, that was stupid, it was really funny.
It was like Deadpool. I mean, for me, I hated Deadpool.
Deadpool was funny.
It was stupid. I stopped it, and then
really, God, I love Deadpool.
Well, what's weird is because when my doctor first said start smoking pot, for all these which I knew about anyway, but since I live, it's illegal anyway.
Yeah.
So I got some, and there wasn't nothing on the TV. Got 5,000 channels, and the only thing I see is this stupid, movie.
I haven't turned on. I have a television right there. I haven't turned it on since 2022.
Oh, see, I've got a TV. I don't necessarily watch it, but I got to have some sort of sound here. It just drives me nuts.
I've got a great
totally
sound
silence.
system, so because I'm the same way. I can't. It's too loud. It's too loud in here. I need to have something going all the time because otherwise I just sit and think, and that's dangerous. But as far as what I'm knowledgeable about, let's see, psychology, a lot of sciencey stuff. I won't say that astronomy is my best, but I'm always learning new shit. The human anatomy and physiology. My mom was a nurse. I'm a dental hygienist. I love how the body works. It's fascinating shit. I'd say politics, obviously. That is, and history generally. I've sort of been half obsessed with World War II for most of my life.
Oh yeah, all wars.
My grandfathers fought on opposite sides of the war, so I just
damn.
I find all of that fascinating, and the psychology of that time, in terms of how the German population just kind of let all this shit happen under their nose, and
right.
Truth is that most of them knew about it.
Did you know both your grandfathers that fought against each other? So that I mean, they knew each other obviously in real life.
Yeah.
Did they have conversations or inside jokes about it, or they just never? Because
there
are some that don't ever want to talk about the war.
As far as I know, they didn't interact at all. I think that they might have met each other one time when my parents got married, and I think that was it. I don't think. Will you stop? I don't think that there was ever, at least not in my lifetime,
really,
that they ever met each other.
Right, but that'd be cool, like family lore that you can pass that down. They fought on both sides.
Neither one of my grandfather would not talk about it. My grandmother did.
Understandable.
The one that was on the wrong side, he was drafted, so it's not like he had a choice on the matter. And he was pretty young when he was drafted. My grandmother talked about it a bit more, but both of them were dead by the time I was, I was in middle school. So I think it was about 2000. I think 99, 2000. By then, on my dad's side, they were dead. And then my mom's mom only ever talked about herself. And I never really heard a whole lot of stuff. I didn't even know that my mom's dad was in the war. He was a chemist for Ford. And I knew that he was in the military of some description because he benefited from the GI Bill. But at the time, because he was really young when he died. So I knew him and I have memory of him and who he was, but that wasn't something that I would even know to ask him.
Right.
And it was,
especially if they don't want to talk about it, because everybody in the family knows that's a taboo subject, which I understand. Right. That's trauma that they did not know how to handle back then. At least not compared to now. Not that it's perfect either.
I think I remember my mom saying that he did something with airplanes. I don't think that he flew them. I think that he did like maintenance or some kind of something with that. And then they trained him to be a chemist. And then he went to be a chemist for Ford, and Ford got my family out of generational poverty. So one of the main reasons why I'm so invested in politics is because I'm only a second generation immigrant.
Right.
And the
Don't say that too loud. I might be knocking on your door.
Well, the American dream was actually realized in my family. I mean, I saw it.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's true.
I saw it happen. You know, my mom's family were bumpkins. You know, they were like, they came from Appalachia. They were moonshiners back in the day. And you know, pours dirt. My great grandfather didn't have running water. You know, lived in a little shack kind of thing. He ate like a pound of bacon a week.
Yeah, and lived up to be 150.
He did. Yeah. He was old as shit. And I was still alive when I had like just been born, and maybe the year afterward, I think he died. So apparently I met him, but I didn't have any memory of it. But you know, so on that side, I saw the GI Bill, and I saw the, you know, one of the grand men of this country, you know, Ford, turn my family into one that was, you know, pretty, you know, that my grandfather died with a really nice pension. We used to get discounts on all of our cars.
Back then, that was the exception and not the rule.
Yeah, I mean, and he has several patents under Ford that they were still using as of, I don't know, a decade or two ago. But and then my dad's family, you know, fought in the Second World War. And then after that, you know, Germany went to shit. And so then they immigrated here and moved to Toledo, Ohio, which has at the time, it was sort of, you know, how they sort of formed ghettos and, like, you know, those little sort of communities. There was the highest concentration of Germans outside of Germany in Toledo, Ohio for the longest time. My grandfather was the beer chairman of the German American Festival. So the campgrounds, which is it's a huge deal in Toledo. And the campgrounds were actually, like, my grandparents' house butted up against the parking lot of the campgrounds. And so you could walk, they had a really big backyard. You could walk through it. There was a little gate there, and then you could walk clear across and go to the fairgrounds over there. And I remember being a little kid and you know, everybody speaking German.
Right.
And you know, spitting on you essentially.
I took for some reason I took German in high school. So yeah, I know how, you know, the
but they refused to teach my dad or aunt or uncle German. There was a denazification kind of program that was really being pushed. It didn't work. My grandparents were just as bigoted and just as hateful as
right. I mean, it's the same thing with the Japanese Americans. I mean, they were still the same way after, if not worse.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, I'd be better if I was.
They moved, and there was. I mean, there were German. Like, my grandparents basically didn't really need to learn much English, and they never really did. I remember seeing a grocery list that my grandmother had written, and she wrote "chicken," SHICK. And you know, they got just enough to get by, because virtually everybody that they dealt with was German and spoke German.
Yeah. Well, that's the way my grandfather was Italian. They you know, him and my mom's mom, I think, passed away like roughly when I was 3 months old. You know, I met her, but I didn't, you know, 3 months, I don't remember. So my grandmother on my mom's side has always been Fran. And but yeah, they both spoke, and it was funny because my wife, after I can't remember if we were married yet or going to go up there to tell them we're getting married. But I kept warning her. I said, this is Italian. There'd be 15 conversations going on at that one little table. Yeah. You'll hear my grandmother and grandpa sound like they're fighting and hating each other, but that's just the way they talk.
It's all out of love. Yeah, right, exactly. Right. Love, so they're so nitpicky with each other, but they, none of it.
Oh, no, matter of fact, we were married because we brought the baby so my grandfather can, see him. Mm-hmm. But like during this conversation, all of a sudden I looked around and Kim wasn't anywhere. Or maybe my mom might have said, "Where'd Kim go?" It's like, I don't know. Matter of fact, they were so Italian. They had the Italian marble tables. They had plastic on everything in the living room, literally everything.
Yeah.
So I walk in there and she's in there just bawling, and it's like, what's wrong? I know you warned me, but it's like World War III in there. It's like, suck it up, buttercup.
It's a little overwhelming first time.
Well, yeah, but plus you got to realize that she just had a baby, so it was probably hormones, which I never thought about until now. So yeah, but yeah, it's a totally different life because here it is. Your whole family speaks English, and then your relatives or one or two groups, they talk. You know what the hell they're saying, and they ain't going to tell you what they're going to say. Yeah, but it's fangool. That's one thing I remember. Fangool.
Yeah,
do not use that in the.
It was weird because they refused to teach my dad or my uncle or they gave them really strong American names. It was Ken and Bob. It's like there wasn't Robert. It wasn't Kenneth. They were. They wanted their kids to be American. They did not want anything to have them, so they didn't really, which I don't know how they really, actually I do, because they just didn't communicate because they just weren't those types of people. The trope of Germans being very emotionally constipated and not affectionate at all. That is very, very true. People wonder why I'm not very squishy.
Yes.
It's just the way that was.
Yeah, there's a wrestler who's supposed to be, I think, German. Gunther, and I mean he's the same way, very military-like, very I don't care.
Einstein, yeah,
yeah.
Everything in straight lines and columns. That was the running joke that my dad was Mr. Beige. He rarely wears color, and everything is straight lines and columns, straight lines and columns. My dad is that autism tends to run in families, and my dad is so autistic.
I love you, Dad, but you're
so autistic. Oh my God, the spurging that happens in my family. My little brother is too. And
holidays are fun.
Neither one of so my dad obviously wasn't diagnosed because that wasn't even a thing when he was
right. I mean, it's like with my bipolar. I was like 35 when they
I was 30 and actually I was 30 when I got diagnosed, but I didn't even know about it until I was 32. I think. Did I tell you that story? I don't think I did.
I don't think we ever talked about that. I don't think.
So you remember me telling you, like, when I turned 30, like my whole world fell the fuck apart. I ended up in the hospital for 10 days, like, have very little memory of all of that. Well, they gave me this whole pile of papers, the discharge papers when you leave and all that kind of shit. And it was all in a big folder. When I got home, I put it in one of those, I've got one of those little accordion thingies with all my important documents. So if like my apartment were to be set on fire, I could grab that and my dog, and I know that I would be able to get a new driver's license, and I could do all of that stuff. So I threw it in there and then promptly didn't think about it, because again, my whole life was going to shit. So it was like, I don't give a shit. So I was still living in Asheville. So then a couple of years later, I moved here in 2019. So that happened in 2016. So I guess three, almost 4 years later. So 34. Yeah, I think I was 34.
Damn, you're getting old.
I've been here for a minute already. And I was looking through that accordion thing for something. I want to say that it was because my ex-husband I gave all the debt to, and he had to pay off my car and do all that kind of shit because he fucked with the wrong bitch. And so I was looking through something, and then it's like, what is this? What, so I'm like trying to purge some of this weird shit out of there. And I look and find the folder, and I'm just kind of looking through it. And then I'm reading it. I'm like, what are, okay. Autistic. Like, it's like, what the fuck? So that was kind of traumatizing. Because I don't remember anybody telling me. I don't remember a whole lot of that hospital stay. I was pretty out of it, but that was different. And so then, had this moment of like, okay, well, this actually, because I didn't really even know a whole lot about autism. It's the experience that I had with it was from people that are like type 3 that are like nonverbal and need care and stuff like that. And I knew about Asperger's at that point. I think it had the name changed or whatever, but so I knew about that, and kind of, sort of, I mean, I knew like what was in the DSM because I've got a pocket DSM here, and I've, read through that kind of stuff, but it never clicked to me why I'm so weird.
You're female. That's one thing.
Well, that's the thing. I'm actually like, I am, but I'm really just a boy, like with a better mix.
Oh, great. And everybody's going to be saying, oh, look, we knew you were trans.
No, Jesus Christ. No, I'm perfectly happy being a girl. I just don't have any.
Yeah, I look at you kind of like one of the boys, or like a tomboy.
Yeah, I was when I was younger. I most definitely was. I was the girliest girl tomboy ever. Like I refused to put on pants until I was in like the 2nd grade. I would put on little cotton shorts underneath because I still like to like play on the monkey bars and do all that kind of like rough housing sort of shit. It just wasn't comfy. So like I hated jeans for a long time, that kind of shit. But I've never had a moment where I've been like, I'm not a girl, but I definitely don't. And to, the classic, like, not like other girls, I don't say this shit because I'm like trying to be like popular or whatever. I just don't behave, and I don't think like I know how other women think, but I myself don't think that way. Like the whole thing that women do where they don't say what they mean.
Oh God, that drives me. I hate that.
Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you just saying shit to just say shit? This is so fucking weird. It never occurs to me to not say what it is I'm actually thinking about.
You're right.
But speaking,
I don't have that kind of filter myself.
Involves a lot of effort on my part. So, that in itself makes a whole different setup. But anyway, I had 2 brothers growing up. My mom is not at all like a girly girl. My whole life she wore mascara and that was it. Like she, but I was a ballet dancer. All my dresses had to twirl. Like, I'm a girly girl because I like it's fun. Girly shit is fun. Makeup is very artistic and it's fun. You have to know about color theory and all that kind of shit. But I definitely was a tomboy for sure growing up. But yeah, it was really finding that in that just loose, pile of papers. I was like, the fuck? And so then I had to do a whole lot of research, as I do. And
not you.
Then and then it was like, oh, my life makes sense. My entire childhood makes so much sense now. And then I hid it for a really long time. Like nobody knew. I told nobody. I honestly, like, even my best friends, I didn't say anything to. It wasn't until, I don't know, I think probably like I'd done some stuff on YouTube, but yeah, it was by the time that I actually felt comfortable like saying and like admitting it out loud, it was a while. And then I got brave enough where like at work, I actually would kind of come out and say, yeah, this is and this is what I need, and this,
Yeah.
because there's certain things at work like that like I get time blindness. That is a huge problem when you've only got 1 hour to do shit, and I've got a raging case of OCD. So I am pathologically thorough. I turned a mental illness into a full-on career. Like,
as long as you do it in an hour or less.
Right, as long as you do it in an hour or less, exactly. But and I have dermatillomania, so I'm a skin picker, and so if I'm picking on my patient, then I'm not picking on myself. So I mean, legitimately, like, turned an entire psychosis into a career. Which, I mean, I am really good at my job. I am very
Yes,
good.
we're going to start a GoFundMe for Earl and her OCD to make her expand her business, make her nuttier than she is.
No, the thing with OCD is that I have been spending my entire life doing really advanced psychology on myself, and to get over some of the neuroses that I have. There are a few things that I can't seem to break. Talking on the telephone is one of those things. If my phone rings, it's like an instant panic attack. I fucking
See, I don't
hate it.
panic. I just hate picking my phone up. I really do. That's why I don't carry it with me. It's not that
I'm on my
important
phone
for
all
me.
the time, but I prefer texting, and part of that is because
Well,
of
I
my
do too.
speech
Yeah.
impediment, that I have a sort of a chronic fear of sounding stupid. So it's part of that. But again, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. And I've done some things over the years to like try to help it. But it's still there. And then I found a new one. This is
Oh
fun.
my God, you invented a new one, you mean?
No, so I'm afraid to tell you because you're gonna, I know
I'm a
I'm
sensitive
serious though.
bastard, damn it.
I'm serious though. So I was on I was in Lady Mod's Discord, and Phantom does a little you be nice. Does
That was
a little
nice.
Friday night get together kind of thing.
Right.
And other people had left, and we were just sort of sitting talking, and he had done a really cool little sketch. He actually did it with AI, where it's kind of like an empty coloring book page, right? And he did it of the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. And I thought it was really cool. And, so I asked him if I could, steal it essentially, and download it. And so I was looking through the chat, but with that, because it's a running thing that they do every Friday. And so the chat goes like really like way up there. And so I scrolled too far. And so without, having any knowledge of this conversation or being involved in it at all, I happened upon a picture that he had done that triggered the fuck out of me. It's called tryptophobia, I think it is. It's small holes. It's small dark holes. For me personally, it's small dark holes. They're close together on a lighter background, about like 3 or 4 millimeters in diameter. I threw my phone across the living room, and I was in mid sentence talking to Phantom, and it made me cry.
Oh, damn.
Like, this was no joke. Like, I had the same reaction to that I used to have to like centipedes and millipedes when I was a kid. I'm 8 legs and less, totally fine. Doesn't bother me a bit. More than 8 legs can get yeeted into a volcano. Like, fuck that shit. I don't like. I can't eat to this day. And where I live, we get millipedes that are as big around as my pinky finger. They're like little tanks. They're huge, and they're like this long. Millipedes aren't bad though. They don't bite. They don't have little, centipedes though have the, and they'll bite the shit.
They look mean.
We get the little garden centipedes. They're just little teeny things, but
one thing before we continue, where do I send the bill for the therapy session?
Right. But I mean, then I go to, and I had been triggered by it before.
Oh crap! I should have done this. Up close.
But I didn't realize that there was a name for it. So then I go to Google it, and because Google is cruel and unusual, I go to Google it, and then there's a picture like, basically demonstrating what it is, and again, just like through my phone was like, what the fuck? And so then I turned off my phone, turned it back on so that I could like start the search all over again without having to look at it, and then put in fear of small holes, no pictures.
Oh God, yeah. Text version.
So then it came up, with what and came up with that. I think it's tryptophobia. I have it written down because and that was I had to look it up in my notebook because I didn't want to look it up.
You just need to realize how many people that just heard this said, "Well, we can't cancel that bitch. Let's all get avatars that have tiny little holes in them."
But then Phantom's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, I just saw a photo and it triggered me, and he said that photo was actually, he was demonstrating what that was. So I asked him, I was like, did anybody else get triggered by that? He said, no, you're the only one. I was like, well, I guess I proved your point.
Now I want to look at this thing. I want to see if it does it to me.
Here, let me let's see.
Well, how are you going to look at it and send it?
Here, one second. I've got it. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Oh, right to it. Let's see. TRYPO.
Wait. TRY.
PO. PHOBIA.
Yep, trypophobia. Let's see. Okay, they got a picture. I must not have it because that doesn't even nothing. Well, let me look at images because they're just one. Oh yeah, okay, I get it. Now there's a plant, and I forgot what these are called.
I was who was I talking to about this? Oh, I was talking to Brian about this. I've got a plant that the leaves, it looks like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me. There's I can use a sieve. I myself am covered in holes.
Right.
This is, it's not any holes. It's dark holes that, oh my God. So the example that I used, there's a frog that keeps its tadpoles in its skin.
Yeah.
That right there. I would rather get waterboarded than to have to witness that shit ever again.
Yeah, because they got even a picture of gosh, I can't, it's kind of like a toy or some like office people that work in office have it in there, but it's those little like pegs that you can push your face on it and it makes the image on the other side. See, they're saying that can cause triggers. Yeah, I don't want to put this up there because
it's the little metal, like the little bits of metal that you can make a negative image. Is that what you're
right?
talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, because it's right there. I mean, it shows a picture of that, but there's a lot of other things. Like there's a tree that looks like it's got, like the bark just makes it look like it's wholly.
Yeah, for me, it's like really dark holes on a lighter sort of. It's
Okay.
like
Yes.
I'm honestly sweating just talking about this. On sort of a lighter background, and the holes are really close together, and like no more than like 3 or 4 millimeters across.
Right, because I mean, some of the stuff that's popping up here is like, whoa, wait a second, it's like strawberries.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing to you.
No, I love strawberries.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that's. I'm afraid I don't want to trigger you, or all of a sudden you start thinking about it, and then it starts triggering you. But how about like honeycombs? They got a picture of a honeycomb.
No.
Wow. But again, that's not very dark. It's a different color.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm looking around here. I've got stuff all over. And like I said, I myself am covered in holes. I do cross stitch. There's a bajillion teeny little holes. All that doesn't bother me.
Right.
That plant I was talking about doesn't bother me. But it's a very specific
that's
thing,
weird.
and I was fully, made me cry. Like I was fully undone by this shit.
Did you unfriend Phantom for that?
No. He didn't know. Like he didn't do it on purpose.
That's funny.
And I wasn't even part of the conversation. It had happened. It was way up in the chat. Like I wasn't even in that stream that
now,
day.
so you learned something by mistake or going too far.
Yeah.
You can be walking around with this and never know that's what it is.
Yeah, curiosity killed the Goblin Queen, evidently.
Yeah, made her cry.
Right, made her cry.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, like I'm looking around my house and there's.
Yeah, if I feel like you're flying through the air or screaming at the same time, I know something triggered you. You just threw your phone.
Well, I've got my laptop on my computer on my lap, so.
Oh crap!
Yeah, that would be bad. It's brand new too. That would be really bad.
Damn it to hell! Dumb it. So
yeah, I wish I could show you a picture of like what I'm talking about, but I don't think that I can.
Oh no! I've got a good idea after, because there's I got hands that got indentions and all sorts of stuff, and I was going through the natural stuff that I saw just to see if that doesn't affect
there's something about images that I can't think of anything natural necessarily that triggers it. It's more of like sort of AI kind of shit, or except for that frog that really did it.
Well, that did it for me. I can still see it again, but yeah, I can see how that grows somebody out or freaking out.
That's.
But see, I wonder if that's tied into with when you were talking about like when you're driving and looking around and you get discombobulated, or my words, not yours.
No, I don't. It doesn't happen when I'm driving. It only happens when I'm playing video games, or like when I've tried to play video games with the two, because they have the two joysticks on either side, and my brain can't make my thumbs walk and look at the same time. It's more of a hand-eye coordination thing.
Oh, okay, not a
just with
it could be a brain thing, but not the same kind of brain.
Yeah, I can walk and look around in real life. It's
well, yeah. I was just trying to think that if you have certain troubles, it's like okay, but then if this triggers you, then maybe they're connected somehow because you just don't know how to process certain things, or it's just the thing that just trigger. I don't have very many triggers visually. Mine's all piss me off and I get triggered. It's not like oh my gosh, I just seen a beautiful butterfly and it's triggering me.
Right. Yeah. And before,
thank goodness.
I was telling Brian, I was like, before this, like, I did not at all believe in like when YouTubers put up trigger warnings for stuff.
Right.
Like,
I've always been skeptical.
In my opinion, like people's triggers are their own responsibility.
Right.
It's their responsibility to manage their emotions. Right. And I have always thought that. I still kind of think that. But after having that sort of like slap me in the face, essentially, like, woo. Brian was telling me
And
there
risk
was
your
an
phone.
artist that he follows that did some kind of something. I think he works in woodworking, I think he said, that one of his pieces triggered some people and he wasn't even aware that that was a thing. And so now the artist now is conscious of it and we'll do better. But yeah, so it's not just me. But that's what I mean. Like, I didn't know it had a name. And so then I discovered it have a name, and I'm like, oh God, I'm certifiably fucking crazy.
One more, and you get the free toaster.
Right, Jesus.
But with your story about that reminds me back in the Pal Talk days, which is a chat program. If anybody doesn't know what that is, there was this, and it was a trend or fad because it's really weird how fast it started, but how quick it ended. But and I know it's a thing for some people, being triggered by bright lights or bright colors and the thing that you said about protecting yourself. These people would walk in there and just kind of demand you, not use bright colors. But on Pal Talk, there was this really great function that you could just click, and I think this is what the idea and how it spread so fast. It's like, well, why would somebody need a button just for black text? And then it exploded, but it was like, it would drive people nuts, and there'd be people make rooms.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand like flashing lights and stuff because people have epilepsy that can trigger, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. But
you definitely protect yourself, and you don't expect other people to protect yourself.
Right, exactly. I think
like
that
it's
your responsibility.
Sorry, I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's your responsibility to deal with your own triggers. Like, from me having a history with, really severe domestic abuse and that kind of shit. I can be triggered by,
yeah, if you can't swim, you don't jump in the water
and domestic violence sort of stuff. But it's if I'm triggered, then I just turn it off. Like, it's not up to somebody else to like modify their content just because I'm uncomfy. Like, that's just silly.
Well, especially since there's an easy, just click a little button and that's that. But and that was what's weird is, and then all of a sudden everybody, groups of them would travel around. But like I said, just as quick as it started, it disappeared for the most part. Weird. And that was on dial-up before there was high-speed internet for the general public.
I remember dial-up.
Oh, I always hated when Dad was home. When I would go over to their house because they would have an account and I would have an account. But if one of us had trouble, we'd go over to the other house, just to use the computer for whatever reason. Because like for Dad, for his email, he that what's connected him, to his work. But he had it set up that every time you're on there, the phone rang, you would get disconnected from the internet because of his work. He has to get the phone call. Where I'd go to my house and be like, no, I ain't got that set, Dad. You're screwed.
Yeah.
What if your mom's calling? She lives across the yard. She can yell that far. Not now. She used to be anyway.
What was I going to say? Oh, was there anything else about cognitive dissonance that you were unsure about?
We're going to find out in our next show.
Oh, we're gonna do a full episode on that.
Oh yeah, that's why I just touched on it because I was going to do a little bit of reading myself, but yeah. And then the other one then the one after that I'm going to do the
body dysmorphia.
Yeah, the body dysphoria.
Yeah, that one I will need a little time to.
Right, that's why I said that's at least second, third, or you said something about once a month.
Or once a week. I'm fine with that too. Or whenever, because this doesn't need to be stressful.
Right, and it won't be. That's why that's going to be a closed panel until we get done talking, then open it up. Which I should have opened this one up by now, but I mean, it's not like we have a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to go, but we'll try it.
Yeah.
It'll probably still be you and me, but
that's okay.
Which is weird because, like on Gigi's show, even on my show, he gets more people to come on Sorry, I'm trying to eat a graham cracker to snack on because I got to take a pill. But he gets more people on stage than I usually do doing mine. But there's been times that I've got more views than him. Of course, this is before the so-called cancellation. Sorry, I can't say that without laughing. But
I know, right? Well, we can do it on your channel or my channel or whatever.
Either or both. Don't matter to me, man.
Doesn't matter to me.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because cognitive dissonance, we don't really need to have like a whole ass episode on that one.
Oh,
that's a pretty easy. The body dysmorphia, that's way more involved. But yeah, the
that's why we're not doing it the first one.
Right. But yeah, it's basically when you're holding like you hold a belief set, but then you behave in the opposite way. So like you're like, for instance, you know that smoking is wrong and but you still smoke and you have like profound feelings of guilt about it. Theists experience cognitive dissonance, I'd say probably at the greatest rate amongst all of us, especially ones that are grew up in what do you call it? Purity culture kind of stuff.
Yeah, then they not being sex fiends.
Right, exactly. Like they know that they know that things feel good, but they are also very cognizant of going to hell.
Right.
But they're doing it anyway.
I
imagine or like the Republicans all make like when the RNC happened and they almost made Grindr shut down. Do you know that? Every time that the RNC gets together, you know what Grindr is.
Isn't that the like so-called quote unquote dating app? Swipe left, right.
Yes, but it's for gay men.
Never used it, but yeah.
That crashes every time that the RNC gets together. I find that fucking hilarious.
It just means that there's a lot of Republicans on Tinder.
That too. But and like how the thou doth protest too much. That's kind of what that is. Like it's the ultra conservative, uber religious fundamentalist who is railing against homosexuality, phrasing,
right.
But is secretly going and getting head behind the church doors.
Damn it, maybe I'm going back to church then.
That's the cognitive dissonance that they're experiencing while they're doing that is probably very, very profound. And the thing is, it's not, in my experience, it's really not something that you like. It's not like when we were talking about gaslighting, how like it when you see it, right? I don't think that it's one of those things that you're like, when it happens, exactly what you're experiencing, because what it is a profound feeling of anxiety and guilt that it's those emotions that you're experiencing because you're having cognitive dissonance. So the cognitive dissonance isn't in itself a thing that is tangible. Like, emotions obviously aren't tangible, but you know what I mean? It isn't something that you'll have a physical experience with, like in and of itself. It's the cognitive dissonance will cause the anxiety and the guilt through like back pathways. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yeah. Well, see, for me, then it makes even more sense for me because, I mean, basically, I mean, like I said, I never, I don't think I ever was a Christian, but I didn't know it. But I never had that, the fear, you know, that you're talking about. The only thing I've ever had, and I wouldn't even say, I mean, it was a fear, but it was more like, you know, you've been told for so long that, you know, you piss God off and you're going to hell. I mean, for me, that's the only thing that I did fear. Or, you know, what if hell was
Right.
real? I didn't, yeah, and the question for me was, even though I was trying to prove God, it wasn't like if God was real. That thought was never there, but I never knew it, or I didn't verbalize it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So like something that would be cognitively dissonant in maybe in your paradigm would be that you're like say you want to like you end up going to church to placate your parents or whatever, you know, like, you know, that it's going to make you uncomfy and you're listening to it and you know you're going to hate it anyway, but you do it, you know, that it makes you uncomfortable, but you think you're doing the right thing. Maybe that's not a great example. Trying to think. See, it's one of those things that, like, because it's so personal, and it's often stuff that you don't necessarily, it's like your inside thoughts, right? So, you know, like how I was saying earlier, all these MAGA supporters, you know, they obviously know that, like, sexual assault is awful, and they go on and on and on about, you know, trans women in female spaces, and you know, they don't want men in women's bathrooms and shit like that. But then what they fail to recognize is that Trump had beauty contests where he was actually a real man in women's dressing rooms, actually teenage girls' dressing rooms, gawking at them because he was the owner and he could. He admitted this fully on what's that guy that on Howard Stern. This is recorded audio of him.
Howard Stern is not crazy. He's a god. I haven't listened to him forever, but
the show is crazy. I don't.
Yeah, that is.
I don't think that Howard Stern is crazy.
Having guys or girls come in and puke on guys naked. Ooh, that's just
yeah. The show was fucking unhinged. But you know, so these people, they're calling in. They know that this shit is wrong.
Right.
And then when they find this out, that, you know, Trump really is a sexual predator, he's a sex pest, right? You know, he got his wife off of a mail order website. Like, he's a disgusting human being. He was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for over a decade. Like, this is a repulsive person. And now these MAGA people are having to come to terms with the fact that they've been supporting a sex pest this whole time, while, you know, every other word comes out of their mouth is trans this and trans that. Nobody thinks about these people more than Republicans. But they are having to sit and be really uncomfy with the fact that Trump is the thing that they're terrified of, and watching them squirm, because that's the cognitive dissonance, is the squirming, right? When you see the squirming, and you see the logical fallacies that start coming, you know, the whataboutisms, the desperate, you know, the desperate arguments that are coming out of their mouth to try to justify this stuff, is the cognitive dissonance, where they are so profoundly uncomfy and they're trying to protect themselves because it is so profoundly uncomfy, And so the flailing that you see from or wait, this is better. So like when theists have to when they're confronted with slavery in the Bible, and then they have to try to like do that
justify it or defend
they try
it.
to justify it. Yeah, that's cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I just did that the other day with
Uh-huh.
I forgot who it was I was talking to about and it might have been Daniel from BBC.
Yeah,
About
know
genocide
it's repulsive, they know it's bad, and so they're trying desperately to find any argument to try to soothe that discomfort.
Right.
That's what that is.
Yeah, because I mean, when I sat there and said something, you know, because he was, I mean, I understand. I mean, the Bible tells him to witness, but you know, anyway, but he was trying to justify because I brought up the point about genocide. Cause that's what I did. Because I said that his God was a moral monster. He said, well, why? And I sit there and I said, well, let's just take the flood. He killed everybody on earth except 8 people and almost every animal out there that were innocent just because he got pissed off and threw a tantrum. Well, then it's kind of like it gets into the justification of, well, he did create this, you know. So what I replied was basically, so it's okay for God to treat us like an ant farm, or you know,
or when they're trying, like when you say that he killed babies when he was doing that,
right?
And then they come back with, well, they were going to be wicked anyway,
right?
That is them trying to justify the shitty behavior of their God because of the cognitive dissonance that they're feeling, where they know that what God did was awful,
right?
And they're trying to find any way to justify it to soothe their own cognitive dissonance and the anxiety that it gives them.
Right.
Yeah, when you're watching
that makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah, when you're watching a debate and watching that flailing happening, you know, when they start sputtering and like, you know, when they're losing, essentially, that's generally when the cognitive dissonance starts.
Oh, well, hell,
its ugly head.
Look at that. His phone died, or he would join.
Aww.
There might be a God. He answered my prayers. Sorry, Z, but it's even better because I don't have to listen to you rebut. You're going to have to type that all out. Oh, Lord. I figured as soon as you said something about MAGA, it'd be a night, Z. Have a good one. They'd be coming out of the woodwork, which I'm not MAGA, right. But I'm not, you know, obviously left either. So,
right. Oh, well, you know, the political center is a perfectly fine place to be.
Except when you tell somebody you voted for the person they don't like.
Well, it's not that I don't like him; it's that he's objectively an abhorrent person.
Well, actually, Z, I can still do it and make that acronym work for me. MAGA, make atheists great again, or it should be still, or make atheists great always.
Yeah, I think I've been trying really hard to get second wave atheism to catch on, because they were calling it the new atheism,
the
new atheist and stuff, and so I think that we're in the second iteration of that, because we're past the point of the 4 horsemen, right? I mean,
we've been past that for a long time.
2 of them are dead, like we're done. And
one's about to die, and the other one's 20 years maybe. Harrison.
Yeah, Harris. I mean, yeah, Harrison's probably got 30 more years, I'd say. Yeah, and Dawkins is, he's maybe got another decade. But yeah, I mean, so we're and he's, although I don't necessarily disagree with a lot of what he says, he's stepping into territory that he really just needs to not.
Like, well, I agree. He's a biologist, not a theologist.
Yeah.
And, you know, but I still, I jumped on that wagon being in the echo chamber of you should throw away your Dawkins books and this, that, and the other. But I got to thinking, this guy has forgotten more about biology than most of us will ever know.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and just like what was it?
The
Robert
greatest show
Christ?
on earth was what cemented atheism for me.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
but
got.
see,
Yeah, I'm
when
looking
we're
at that
talking,
for
when
his
Ed was
book.
playing that with Alex Connor one, that's why I
Mhm.
got lost talking. You know, when he was saying something about new atheism, it's like new atheism. What happened to the old atheism? You
Mhm.
know, um, I've heard the term, the new atheist, but what's
But
the
they've been saying the
difference?
new atheist for 20 years, and like,
Yeah, I'm saying, what's
that
the
now.
difference from what I'm used to?
Yeah, so I'm
Even from
trying to get
40 years
second
ago.
wave to,
You know?
it's like how feminists use that, for the
Yeah.
different iterations of feminism. I've been trying to get that to catch on for several years and can't seem to make it stick. But I think it's an apt moniker to use.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna look more into that just for my knowledge, because to me, atheist, you're either an atheist or you're not. I don't care, new, old, or does that make me
yeah, it's
an old atheist and an
the
old body?
modus of thought that
Yeah.
is, so the new atheist was
That's more
basically
the
popularized.
philosophy, give or take.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The new atheists were essentially making atheism a popular, they put it in a way that was more uh, palatable
All you have
for
to do is
the
say
general
Hitchens.
public.
Hitchens did it all with his
Right.
charismatic,
Yeah. Hitchens
literally.
was definitely a huge part of that.
Yeah.
And they were definitely, they were profound in that they were going out into public spaces and doing debates and stuff, and because atheists didn't do that before, we
Right.
were
In the
marginalized for a
closet,
very long time.
basically.
Yeah. And so them being sort of the popularizers of atheism as a movement, um, that makes sense. But now there's an intersectionality that has happened where, because, atheism of the new atheist was definitely like straight white men,
Oh, yeah.
and so then the second wave, um, sort of was a little more, became a little more inclusive, but still not really, um, and has, we might actually be in a third wave, and I think this third wave is what we're both pretty annoyed with, which is the further, and what actually I don't like about like fourth wave feminism, is the intersectionality to an extreme degree, where people are being included that don't need to be.
Right.
I made this point. There's actually I wrote a thing on Facebook ages ago. It's on my blog, but the Bill Maher had a point.
Oh, I've read that one.
Yeah, that's
Oh, by the way, I
essentially.
like the Fangs continuation. That.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Chewbacca.
Yeah. It's kind of
um,
funny because I call mom's dog is Chewy, but
mhm.
I always would either call him Chibui or Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Yeah.
So when I saw that, it's like, oh, Chewbacca is related to Chewbacca,
Chewbacca.
or whatever I call
Yep.
him.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, I can't even think about when I call him, because I just call him, and I just screwed it up. Chibui was one of them, but the other one, Chewbacca, baby, I don't remember now. I got myself aggravated. I doubt myself.
But yeah, that was talking about, that essay was talking about how not, we don't need to infiltrate everybody's spaces. And it was actually, I think it was addressing the trans issue a little bit, where, and I brought up several different points, like, you don't, like, straight white women do not need to go into like gay men's clubs for their like bachelorette parties, that kind of shit. Like,
Right.
we don't need for everybody to be included in everything. It's okay to have your own space and to be gatekeepy a bit about certain spaces. You know, I think what it was, I haven't read it in a minute, but I think what it was there was it was a Playboy
I read for the
cover.
articles.
Right. It was a Playboy cover, and I'm pretty sure there was a trans woman on the front. And obviously, if you're reading Playboy, you're not interested in
Right.
men bits.
Right.
Right. So, like, to me, it just, and Bill Maher was kind of going off about it, like, and I agreed with him that
Yep.
there are some spaces that need to just be their own little island. You know, we don't need to be super inclusive
Well, right. I mean,
all the time about everything, because not everybody is going to fit in a, you know, and I think I made the point that, like, Victoria's Secret, I used to work at Victoria's Secret, and you hear online all the time people talk about Victoria's Secret, and all these fat girls will come in there and be like, well, they don't have inclusive sizes. You know, they tailor to skinny bitches. It's like, yes,
that's
they
where
do.
they made their money.
And as a skinny bitch, I appreciate that they sell my size, because my size is hard to find because I'm tiny.
Right, it'd be like you walking into a bigger,
right, exactly. They've got Torrid, and they've got, you know, Lane Bryant, and they have, you know, places like that they can cater to, you know, more busty girls. Not every, you know, Victoria's Secret as a business model cannot they can't make everybody happy, because they can't physically carry the sizes.
Right.
Their stores physically won't allow them to.
Right.
To,
and I don't even know what a big size would be, but that'd be like, okay, we carry up to 20X. Well, what about the person that's 21X?
Right. Exactly.
You just excluded them. You know,
it's so annoying. And
logistically, you can't do it.
And it's really been bothering me, because I love Victoria's Secret. I wear Victoria's Secret virtually every day.
I do too.
Their clothes are fantastic. I mean, not, you know, I wear their bras too, but their clothes are amazing. They're constructed really well. They're well thought out. You know, they're made of good materials. They last for ages. Like, it's really good shit. And when I go to on the little app or whatever, you know, thinking going shopping or whatever, they've now got a bunch of fat chicks that are modeling their clothes.
Yep.
And I can't tell what the shit's going to actually look like when it's being worn by a sausage roll. Like,
well, it's not going to hold up the same. I mean, I know that.
Right, it's not going to look the same on my body.
I'm a big guy, so I know, you know.
Yeah, that's somebody that's a 2X. Like, it's not.
I can hear it now. There's a certain admin out there going, "Oh, great! Look at they're shaming or fat shaming people." Go kiss my anus.
I'm not fat shaming. It's just, you know, those.
Well, no, I know, but it's perceived that it is.
It was not meant for fat chicks. It just isn't.
You're being realistic.
Stop trying to cater to fat chicks just because they're stupid haters online. You know,
and stop bitching when the people call people fat, especially when they are fat.
Right. It's like, if you're fat, that's fine. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that you're not worthy as a human, but like, you don't lose some weight. You can.
It's all about PPs. You know? Yeah. The whole, and that's one thing. And once again, I'm a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole body positivity movement, I think, is ridiculous. It's unhealthy.
It's totally ridiculous.
You know,
and dangerous. There have been so many of these fat activists that have literally keeled over and died.
Right. It's not a healthy lifestyle. I mean, I try to eat as good as I can, but even my lifestyle isn't, you know, tailored to being, you know, healthy.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of sweets still. I've been on this kick of drinking pop, and I haven't drank pop forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shit happens, and I don't feel bad about it at all.
But yeah, I mean, you know, as long as you're comfy, like, I'm
comfy, happy, healthy. Well, as healthy as I could be, but
it's the people that want to come online and like cancel an entire company because, I mean, Jesus Christ, you know, Victoria's Secret used to have their annual fashion show every year.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
I watched that shit every fucking year. And when I worked for Victoria's Secret, I got T-shirts and all kinds of shit. And then they, you know, the general public, like, Rose, they made such a stink about it, because these chicks are 6 foot tall and a size 2. It's like, okay, well, yeah. Like, they also work their asses off to look that way. Like,
And
these
don't
chicks
eat.
live
And
in the
very,
gym.
most of them aren't very healthy until after they leave modeling.
No, these chicks are super, like, they're muscle. I mean, if you watch them now, these are not the heroin chic girlies of the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
These girls kick ass. They are. I
Well, it's
mean,
not
I
like I
know
watch-
just from working there, because we get their promo kind of stuff, but they work out. Like, they
Oh, I follow a group.
they,
A lot of
they eat and work out like ballet dancers do. Like, it's not just that they just don't eat. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're
Well,
they're,
no, but I mean, they watch it. They definitely don't eat carbs.
well,
But no,
yeah,
I'm
they
part of
still eat carbs, but they
group that's
they
like
work their
very
asses
set.
off. You don't have to eliminate an entire food group to be thin.
Well, no, I realize that, but just the whole stereotype is what I was going off of. Eat Brussels sprouts and that's it.
Right.
Or a
But
cracker
I mean,
and you're full.
I've actually stopped watching creators because they've shame thin women so much. It's like, look, I realize you're jealous, but, like, do you have, you're bitching about fat people getting shamed, and you're sitting here shaming on skinny
Right.
chicks. Like, I can't help that I'm a size 2.
Right.
But you
Part
want
of
me
the
to,
genetics
like,
and working hard to keep your body in shape.
well, I mean, I am naturally this thin. I don't work out anymore. I used to, but I
Well, no,
don't.
but I mean, you had a foundation. It's just like me. I've worked so many years doing heavy lifting that I haven't worked since 2016 because I've been on a disability. But like my doctor still can't believe my midsection is solid as it is.
Well,
Even my arms.
I've been
even with a
thin
flab here.
my whole life. My dad is really tall and skinny. My brother is really. I mean, it's just genetics, and I literally, like, sit on my ass and do nothing.
That
When
explains the
I'm at
pancake
home.
booty.
Yeah, exactly. The little flat pancake booty. And I'm just naturally this size, and so then when like, these thicker chicks are, oh, these skinny bitches, blah, blah, blah. It's like, do you realize that you're doing the exact same thing that you're
Yep.
accusing us of doing? Like, this isn't helpful when you want special privileges, and then want to shit on everybody else just because they don't wear the same size as you.
Well,
It's
I'm gonna
just
bring this up
weird.
again. That's no different than being in the echo chamber and
Mhm.
being told that you're an off or bitching because you use the wrong term, but yet it's okay for you to hate on especially
Right. Yeah.
cis
We're
straight white
supposed to be
dudes.
so inclusive as progressives and
Yeah.
SJWs, but then, as soon as you don't have the same opinion as we do, then you're going to get canceled. Yeah.
Right.
Basically same thing. The
Well, I mean
hypocrisy.
that was
on the
my
left
whole
is
deal with
truly.
what's her face, Toxic Nami.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
She was just a and I hate saying I can't I just hate that word anyway. But the whole cis crap. But anyway,
She is a toxic human being.
she is. And honestly, even with everything that went on with Ember, at least I found out what what friendship really was.
Yeah.
When somebody takes somebody else's, one person's side, especially, and you're afraid to get canceled because that's where your audience is. Because I mean, literally, Ember, it's there's a lot of creators that are out there that are a very niche-y,
Mhm.
sort of thing, and Ember's is the whole trans thing.
Mhm. Yeah, and she's allowed,
Oh
That's
yeah,
what she wants to do. That's what she wants to do.
yeah.
Nobody's going to stop her. I just the SJW hypocrisy is just from at least from my little corner of the internet that I have seen, and it seems to be ubiquitous. I mean, the more I watch stuff that I don't agree with all the time. Like, I try really hard not to get caught in an echo chamber. I moderate for channels that I don't necessarily agree with all the time. Like, it's
Yeah.
that's fine. That's what adults do. If you don't have to, like,
Right.
think that somebody is scum just because they don't believe the same shit. I just don't understand. I mean, like, I literally just had a different opinion. Like, I didn't call anybody anything. I didn't, it's wild.
Well, I just got to the point though. I'd go into a stream and I just got sick of hearing what my quote unquote side's saying about just a lot of things, and I just got burnt out on it. So I actually enjoy the atheist streams a little bit better, not the ones where the dumpster fire. I tried, Destiny. I just can't stomach that.
No, I love Destiny.
No.
I watch him nearly every day.
Yeah, I mean that's what you said. I tried it for like a week, but I enjoy, and I can't stand the guy that Jim Bob streams a little bit better, but I still don't watch a whole lot of that. But I mean, I went down from 200.
Jim Bob's funny, but he's a horrific human being.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, he's a shit human being, but he's funny as fuck. And I feel the same way about Andrew Wilson. He's a deplorable human, but he is funny.
I've never watched, I guess, him. I've heard of him, but I don't think I've ever seen him that I knew of.
I'll send you a clip that he did recently. Oh my god, actually two. There's one with he couldn't open a pickle jar. And then one recently, he had a debate with a chick that just eviscerated him. Oh my god, it was so glorious to watch.
Man, I've been on this kick, and I don't know why. But I've been watching it, and like if I would play it in here, I know I'd be called a bigot, a racist, or but I just think some of this stuff is funny. But it's like this. I forgot what his name is. This one guy, and a lot of times he makes fun of handicapped people that are there, but that's his gig, and everybody's in on it. Mm-hmm. Whereas these people come in to see him, to bring him gifts, this whole, but what he says is like offensive. Mm-hmm. And I know people would freak the hell out, but it's, but
I love when people can poke fun at themselves. Right. Like, there's a couple comedians that have stutters that I love watching. They're so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing more of it recently, where there's a girl with cerebral palsy. And she's a fucking riot, and she can. I love that when people can poke fun at, like, I've been calling myself a Tylenol American. Like, I've been running around calling myself a proud Tylenol American. Like, you might as well just embrace the ridiculousness.
No, like, that part I agree with.
Taking yourself so fucking seriously is exhausting.
There's like two guys on there. I mean, I'm not laughing because of what happened to him, but just the way, because they make light of it, make fun of it. But one was a soldier. He was actually a mind clearer, and somehow he dropped his bag. The mind went off, but he's both legs were cut off above the knee or at the knee. Doesn't have one whole arm and like the elbow. And this guy is funny as hell. He has a great outlook. There's another guy. I may look at it, try to remember or see if I can find any of their videos. But the other one was in a car accident and lost both his legs. And does video bits like he's like standing there walking. All of a sudden he stops, looks down. All of a sudden he raises his hands in the air and he goes, "The upside of having no legs is you don't have to step on the fucking Legos anymore." Things like that. And it's just hilarious.
I recently saw a guy that had lost his leg like fully, like at the hip. And he does the most amazing Halloween costumes every year.
Oh damn! Let me see.
I'll send you. I'll send you some clip. He does little shorts and stuff, but I mean, he went as Thor's hammer. He went as a Christmas tree. He was actually like under the Christmas tree.
Is that the guy that has? Oh no, there's one that I know that has one leg. But he's only got one leg. Like a flamingo.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. I've seen that. I've watched him. Oh my god,
he's funny. He does sort of inspirational speaking,
right?
And some comedy and stuff. But his Halloween costumes are amazing.
I mean, can you actually, if you could get by with the copyright shit, how many people would be bitch and moan about that though? That's sick. That's making fun of the handicapped. It's like, no, it's the guy who is handicapped. That's
I mean,
I don't to live life, and it could be a lot worse.
Because he does just as many videos on like what it's like to only how do you only have to buy one shoe,
right?
And then he did a promotion where Zappos is offering, single shoes for people like him. They did a test program for that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, so if you're doing some good stuff with while making fun of, but he's making fun of himself. I mean, I wouldn't see, somebody would be really fucking ridiculous if they were offended by that, in my experience, and should be ignored.
Okay, hold on. Let me put this in there. So I'm going through my history to see if I can find either one of these dudes, but I don't think I can because it's in my damn reels. Oh, wait, where are you at? But I want to put this in there because I just saw this. Oh, wait, here we go. Put your link because I just saw where I was watching the Chewbunny. I got to practice this one because I want to say Chubui.
Hey, Jimmy, look who's in the chat.
Jimmy the Tux.
Lovely to see you, my dear.
Yes, I heard that you were put out to pasture and living in a nursing home, but I guess those are false rumors.
In a nursing home? Not a cake recipe. Oh yeah, I just saw that you changed the title.
No, that's what it was when you came in.
It was.
That's why I said. Remember, I didn't think just the tip. I said, see, I tied both videos together.
Ew.
Oh, that shit's funny. I don't care who you are.
Might get more clicks that way.
Yeah,
sort of clickbaity a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't stream for clicks and
I know.
I do it for fun. Screw these people.
Sure enough.
Oh, wait, let me see. I'm trying to see something here. Really
well, when you said you couldn't stand Destiny's, because he streams most days.
Yeah, but he's got the numbers too, though, and I think that's what I really don't like because I got to be the center of attention to a point at times, and it's like like all these small channels that like with Ed.
Yeah,
he almost made me tear up today, but anyway, he was small.
He made me puddle up the other day when he did his Thanksgiving stream. I had no idea that he was streaming until I had already gotten home.
Oh yeah, I did.
The dog and everything, and then saw that, and I was like, oh my god! And then watched it back because he said,
yeah, because I always watch Ed first and then stream with Gigi. But since I was went to the ER, that didn't work out so good. But overall, and then I slept all day yesterday and part of the day, and it's just like, oh.
But Destiny's like, because he does it every single day, like, every stream's not going to be, your cup of tea. Sometimes he's talking about like gamer shit. I was like, I don't care about any. I mean, because he was a gamer. He was actually, Destiny was like the first professional gaming streamer.
That Destiny, I never really thought.
Same one. He's been doing it for 15 years. Yeah. Yeah,
because I mean, I've watched a lot of his video, especially the game Destiny, because I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing the streaming gig that's why he has so much content. He's been doing the streaming thing for ages. It's like last night he did a really good stream where he had some because he grabs people, like if they have an argument with him or whatever, then he'll pull them from Discord and they'll have a discussion about whatever topic that they disagree with Destiny on. And those are usually the things that I like to watch. They tend to be, because they're more off the cuff. And then he'll do like debate, like he'll be prepping for, like, he's debating Dinesh D'Souza coming up in December. And he was doing he did one with the pro-life activist, Lila. She's been running an organization, a pro-life organization, since she's like 15 or some shit, with the same retarded arguments over and over and over again. But he'll do this debate prep where he'll be going through research and stuff like that. And so, I end up learning stuff with his streams, and then he does political debates, and it kind of, spans the gamut. And I mean, in his live chat, you see the same people over and over again. So there's definitely community there.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I did notice because everybody knew everybody except me. They didn't know me because I've never been in there, but
but I mean, it doesn't. You say a couple funny things, and it doesn't take long before people recognize your name. And
no, how do you think people know me the way it is I am now? And that's even before I started getting on streams 3 years ago, whatever, because of my mouth. And Jimmy Detux, if he's still here.
But yeah, I mean, I've been watching him the last year or so. Although my main tag, I think because he must use some kind of filter for his chats, because I don't know if you know about his legal shenanigans.
No.
But he routinely gets trolls that come in and say just horrific shit that none of it's true. And so I'm sure that he has to be a little more strict with his filtering stuff. And I think that my tag gets filtered because I've never said anything that would get me banned.
Right. Unless somebody doesn't like you and they know you.
No, I mean, his mods have never had I don't even think his mods have ever talked to me before. So yeah, it's not anything that I've done or said. I think that it's just the filter, because you can see the chat on his screen, and my name never, I'll try to ask him a question or whatever, and my question never pops up. So I've had to go under my second account, the lean mean goblin queen. I'm super happy that I got that tag. I was super excited it wasn't taken. I thought it was very clever.
Oh crap, I forgot to get back with Gigi. Well, of course I've been streaming or watching Ed stream. God, I know why I think that Aiden blocked him or whatever, but
yeah, I'm curious to know what that's about.
Well, the only thing I can figure out without actually talking to him yet is that Aiden came on the other day or something,
and said,
and this is all secondhand because I didn't see it. Because usually when Aiden comes on, I usually even mute it or what have you. Although he came on a couple of times when I was doing my shows, and he was actually rather nice. I was surprised, but anyway, Bruce. Have you seen Bruce Wayne?
Oh yeah, I've had
basically several of them want Bruce banned. Gigi is like, should I ban him or not? And I said, I told them basically do what you feel that you want to do. It's your channel.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like, say Earl tells me not to, allow this person or, on or whatever, yet, has never done anything to me. I would have to make a decision. And I mean, not that you wouldn't understand, but, and you wouldn't say that anyway, but.
Right. I was about to say it.
And that's the only thing I can figure out is that, because I think he let Bruce on yesterday or the day, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, of course, that upsets Gigi, makes it worse than it,
Yeah. Gets a little flustered.
Yep. Buddies, my little buddies. He's everybody's buddy for the most part.
Might not be mine anymore.
He don't hate you. He just thinks that your politics suck, which, okay. It's like, and it's not like you don't think his sucks, so you're even.
Well, he's
so you can always discuss it and not or not discuss it, whichever it be, and still respect each other as people.
Yeah,
that's what I get, even with religion. Just
he's
because
very uninformed, and he's one of those that is what I've been just fed up with, is that it doesn't matter what, he doesn't accept facts. And lots of MAGA, I mean, they legitimately will not. It doesn't matter what you put in front of them; they will not believe it. It's always, that's a left-leaning source. It's a blah blah blah. I mean, I could literally get something directly from the government, and they would, the FBI, and they would say that the FBI is on the left. they've had a Republican director now for a decade or more. Like, seriously, just, I don't know how to argue with people that when you put forth information, they refuse to believe it. So I can't dialogue with that. There's nothing I can counter with that will convince him, because he doesn't want to be convinced. And Trump has done, the minute that Kellyanne Conway said the word alternative facts, I knew we were fucked as a country. I knew we were fucked. Just royally, no lube, with a cactus.
Insert.
Yeah, with a cactus. Like,
okay, what?
Because that bore a entire decade of people that they do not trust any institution unless it already agrees with them. If it doesn't say what it is that they already believe, then they will reject it outright, regardless of how ridiculous it is.
We're in trouble then. That's my whole life.
I mean, there's I roll in the mud with Republicans, and like I said, I'm not a Democrat. Not anymore anyway. I'm not a leftist. I might be like a traditional like Democrat of old, but like, I'm not a leftist. I'm not an SJW. I'm not like far into that sort of, that over there.
So in other words, you don't butt kiss enough.
Right, exactly. But I legitimately am like on the center of, center left of the political little pundit square. It's
right.
I'm almost right on the line. And I've been saying that I'm an aggressive centrist, because there's also the pervasive thought that centrists are they're just fence sitting weenies that just refuse to pick a side, and that they are, just are.
You mean like religious people that are
kind of
agnostic?
apathetic about it? And I'm like, no. Like, I have very, very strong, deeply held opinions that I'm willing to change given different information, but that sit on both sides of the political divide. And the what do you call it, the left right paradigm, there's a name for that, and I'm blanking on what that's called. Something window. Anyway, it's shifted so far to the right that like your Democrats now that are like your politician Democrats don't sit on the left anymore. They're actually like center right. People don't understand that. Like, there's very few people that are actually on the left when it, and the term liberal has been co-opted by the Republicans to now mean the same thing as progressive, and that's not the case.
Right.
Liberals,
I was progressive like a couple of years ago. A
classical liberal is like a Republican before the moral majority took over. I don't think that people realize that. A classic liberal is somebody that wants small government, that believes in laissez-faire, there we go, laissez-faire capitalism, who wants personal freedoms and as little government as possible involvement in day-to-day life. That's a classic liberal. And I don't know when liberal got, turned into like, you're an SJW. Like, that's not at all what that means.
Well, the English language anyway, with all this political crap and the trans crap and not crap, but you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
that they change, redefining. And see, the more you talk, the more, what I was talking about earlier,
Mhm.
which might be coincidence, but it's like everything you keep saying is like, oh, I did that as a I want to be Christian even, and now there's people that are doing it. I don't know. I got two great examples, and I just totally spaced it, but
That's okay.
yeah.
Um,
And I do got my
yeah,
notepad. I
I'm a radical. I'm a militant definitionalist. I didn't. I've created that term for myself because I find the the idea that like words are squishy in terms of their meanings. Like I know that, different words can have different meanings depending on context and stuff like that, but they have that meaning in that context. Like getting fast and loose with our verbiage these days is
that's one of the ones I was thinking of, the verbiage. I mean, like at least for me, you're talking to a Christian or vice versa, and you're using a word one way, but it really meant as something else, and redefining it, which is to me is what actually the right and the left both do. That they cling on to a word that's not meant to mean what they use it for, but use it for whatever political gain or advantage, or just the ad hominem or whatever it may be.
Do you have an example of what the left does? Because I know the right did it with woke.
Right. I could say, "What is a woman?" No, but I was kidding. But I mean, actually, you want to think about it, that is redefining the word. But no.
I mean, you're right. That they
just use that for the example.
They gaslit the shit out of everybody for all these years, and it didn't work. And that's one of the main reasons I believe why Trump is now currently in power, because they tried to gaslight everybody, and people don't like being gaslit.
And see, and that's why that first essay that you did, I know the controversial one before you edited it again, to me was more spot on than what it is now. Just for the fact that I'm not saying that you're not truthful in this one, but you were just matter of factish, and
Oh, the one, yeah. What
especially
I said was mostly the same. I just had to rearrange the beginning because so many people were losing their fucking mind.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. I understand
before they even got through. And what's really frustrating is that I've been right this whole time.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
Everything that I said in there has been
right. Exactly. That's why I said that.
On.
The first one I liked better.
And so I've been screaming this shit for a year and a half, and it's like I wish people would listen to me when I speak.
But think, you hit a lot of nerves. To me, you did a lot of good, especially since Jay had to do a stupid ass show that made no sense, and then have every person that's like an SJN come up there and talk negative about you, including Joe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I skipped through a lot of it. I didn't watch a lot of it because it was just like nonsense, as soon as it.
Well, Lady Maud, she said that she watched it. She told me it was all just a bunch of lies and bullshit. So I was like, why am I going to waste my time?
Right.
Watching people say things about me that aren't true when I didn't even do anything wrong.
Right.
Like, I literally did nothing wrong. I had a different opinion. I didn't call anybody anything. I didn't address anybody in a way that they did not ask me to address them. And I got eviscerated for no reason because somebody else thought that I was wrong and needed to go away. So,
well, we're gonna have to educate you. There's a word we needed to work to talk about redefining. Sorry, I can't even say this straight face, but genocide.
I've
Oh, I
had this
just got an
conversation with
example.
so many people, and it always devolves into
Yeah, I
just
haven't.
insanity. I mean, I've had death threats over this shit, over
No,
this
I know.
opinion.
Yeah, because yep, I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to say, but
Right. Yeah, I mean it's literally unhinged. Like
yep.
these people have nothing,
And see, and this is what gets me to
nothing
laugh
that
when they
that
start
come
throwing the
with this.
term around Nazis, because they're the ones that are wanting people dead, for thoughts and
Right.
ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, the
What
Gestapo,
times?
but yet I don't see, people threatening to kill people on the right, to the left, but it's totally different on the left. We're either leaving or we want you dead. That's the two choices that they have.
Well, the left is very very guilty of purity testing, which is essentially what that is. Is that if you don't meet the criteria for being a perfect ally and a perfect
Right.
representative and a perfect victim and then then they will violently eject you. That is one of several things that the right does right, is that they are they are now the big tent party.
Right.
That used to be the Democrats, but now there's little islands of very separate little tents, and there's nothing that covers everybody anymore, because they're so focused on their own little like micro issues that they can't they just they refuse to work with anybody else, and it's
Right.
just it's
Or
yeah it's
compromise. It's either their way or the highway. That's what I don't get.
you know yeah, they won't compromise, they won't
Uh-oh, this is gonna be
um
my last show. I'm gonna get canceled
right. If I
again.
mean,
Again.
I watched as somebody called in to the line, and they said something about pronouns, and instead of just being like, let's just make it a grammar lesson, like how the fuck are you supposed to uh, address anybody if you don't know what pronouns they use? You can't always tell when people call
Right.
in. Like, just make it something like that. You don't have to go into this whole thing, and then then they're calling this guy like a bigot and a transphobe and a this and a that,
Trust me,
and
you're
he
talking to me.
was
I know that accusation.
yeah.
All
I
over
mean, he was
Alphabet Community Plus.
right, exactly. And they and this, like, if you're trying to get people to on your side to vote for your side, accusing them of horrible hateful shit is probably not the way you want to go.
Right.
Like, it's going to have the exact opposite effect, and it did by the millions.
Yeah, I think
This
it's
wasn't just
why there's
isolated shit, it was happening everywhere.
right. I think that's why there's so much resistance on the right is the whole trans fatigue. They're
Well,
tired of
no,
hearing the same thing. Then it's
they are
always
the
moving the
ones
goalposts.
that always bring it up. The left doesn't talk about it at all.
Well,
The
no, but I'm
only
saying
ones
though,
that are
as
obsessed
soon as
with
you
it
say,
is the right. You guys are keeping it alive. We want it to just go away, and you guys won't shut up about it.
yeah, but you've got conservative, say lesbians and stuff out there being more boisterous than most SJNs is what I say they are. But anyway,
I don't know what the N stands for, but that's probably
what I said earlier. How can you be an N if you don't shoot off people,
yeah.
but yet
I
you're
missed that.
threatening violence?
Wait, what?
The Nazi.
Oh, gotcha. See, I had another word in my head, and I was like, that's not what we mean.
Oh, I hope it ain't the N word.
Right. That's the. I
Oh
was like,
no, I'd never know.
you
Trust
didn't
me,
mean
no.
that, did you? Holy shit!
I
I was about
ran
to get
around with
really
black
upset.
dudes.
Um, okay, all right. I'm on the same page.
Great. From now
Goodness
on,
gracious.
if I didn't scare that up, you'd be walking around. What them motherfuckers? Social justice N words. What the hell's that got to do with it?
but Yeah, I mean,
respect that motherfucker. Not now.
Jesus
You
Christ.
use the N word.
Yeah, I was about to have a moment.
Oh.
But yeah,
See, I just want to prove that I am a racist. Okay,
Jesus Christ.
I'm a bigot and a racist all in the same.
No, I mean seriously, I am on these spaces all the time, right? And this is something that most like political debaters, this is something that most prominent left-wing kind of talking heads either on YouTube or on cable do not talk about at all. It never gets brought up. It's never mentioned. The only time that they ever talk about it is because Trump supporters bring it up. Literally. I'm not being hyperbolic.
Well, that could be.
I mean, you go to any prominent left-wing call-in show, left-wing, any politics directed kind of show, and you will never hear anything about trans issues until a MAGA supporter brings it up.
Or until the pronouns things pop up too, though. That happens a lot.
That's because the Trump supporters bring it up.
No, because when you call in, because even when Matt was on with the other one that got
that only happens on the line. I'm talking about on like Parker's stream or
oh, I know, but you just said the line. I'm just saying, at least on the line, I know that you can't. There for a while, they wouldn't even let people come on unless you gave them pronouns.
No, you that's not true.
They sure made an issue of it a lot of times. I can show.
No, that's not true. They if you don't want to give them, they just say none given. They'll make a stink about it, but you're allowed to put none given.
No, I know, but I'm saying that, but they still make an issue of it because then there's been a lot of times on the show where they'll talk about.
Well, it's because they're
I can't believe it.
But that only happens on the line. I don't know any other call-in show that makes you does that like they do.
Well, there's like 3 or 4 of them. Like the one that Matt was the AC whatever the hell on the Houston one. They do it. The line does it.
I'm talking about ones that have big reach. I'm not talking about little podunk, out of Austin ones.
Oh, hell, I thought that was supposed to be the big one. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't follow.
No, I'm talking about the ones with like millions of subscribers.
Oh, well, yeah, but I'm talking about like YouTube, not.
I am talking about YouTube. I'm talking about YouTube call-in shows with millions of subscribers, like Parker or like.
Who's Parker? That's weird. I don't even know who Parker is.
Or Dean Withers. That's another one.
I don't know who that is. I need to check some of these out, I guess.
Yeah, they're huge. They've been on Jubilee a bunch. They've
if I didn't like Destiny because of the numbers, I don't think I'll like the other ones. I'll try them out still, but maybe that's why I like the smaller ones.
The numbers, though. What do you mean by that?
Well, you said that have millions of viewers or callers or whatever. No, I'm not saying all at once.
They have millions of subscribers. They talk to one person at a time.
Oh, well, I'm saying even then, I mean, but you think that if they were million, and I'm in the atheist, let's say, quote unquote, community, that I'd have heard.
Yeah, and they're all atheists. That's true.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I've heard of Matt Dillahunty, or Jimmy Snow, those idiots, but not the big ones. And I guess I always thought those were the big ones.
Yeah, no, they're not. Those guys are small potatoes compared to.
Was it Aaron Raw that you helped Joe get for our show?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
yeah, because he was on my show first.
Right, I was thinking that because I was thinking that you got Matt. It's like, no, I'm not sure. That's why I was going to ask you.
No, I refused to get Matt. I wouldn't let him.
Yes, after he was on the show, that's when I pretty much stopped listening to him.
I haven't liked him for years. Yeah, I think he's an asshole. When I was on when I moderated for the line, I didn't like Matt.
Yeah, because I don't like Jimmy. I don't like Matt. That's why I said, if I I had like over 200 sub or that I subbed to, and I'm down to like 60 because because I just lost a taste for a lot of them. It's just like, this is weird because I mean, I live for this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then it's just like some of the ones that I swore I would never not, you know, watch. I'm trying to think of another one that because I just had enough of it.
Well, so these guys, I mean, they generally, they're political streamers. So sometimes, you know, sometimes religion will come up, but generally speaking, all of those guys are dealing with politics.
Oh, yeah. That's why I probably haven't heard of them then.
Right. So I actually moderate for Pickles. He's another pretty
I've heard of
decent
Pickles.
sized.
Maybe I've seen them years ago.
He used to be a gamer streamer, and then he shifted to politics.
Huh.
Actually, most of these guys, that's what they did.
That's why I don't see you on here, because you're always in the politics, and I stay away from politics.
Yeah, and I mostly stay away from religion stuff these days because I don't. I mean, it's the same boring arguments over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at now. I think that's why especially like the dumpster fire chats. You know, I don't mind a little bit of fighting and arguing, but when it's every day and that's what you're known for,
right?
I mean, even like Gigi's channel, I stopped going to his because it was, you know, a dumpster fire, you know, all the time. And now it's
I
not
moderate for
bad,
Pickles, and they're. I wouldn't say there's a dumpster fire there, but it can definitely get spicy, and some of that's my fault. But I mean, they knew when because I just applied because they said there was a little thing that popped up that, you know, hey, we're looking for moderators, and so I applied. And
Did you use Titan for a reference?
Well, you know, because I do have quite a bit of moderations. You know, moderating for the line is no joke. You know, they would pretty routinely get 5,000 viewers in their live chat. And they've got it now. It's so like you can't even have a conversation in their live chat anymore because it's they put it on mega super slow mode. And then if you say one thing that even kinda seems like it might not agree with their already preconceived notions, then they'll block you. It's insufferable. It was never that bad when I was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm talking about prominent, you know, big YouTubers that have people, you know, calling into their shows. They never, and you know, prominent YouTubers like Cohen, what's his name? Something Baron Cohen. Brian Cohen. He you know, this shit just never gets brought up. Ever. The only time it ever gets brought up is if a Trump supporter talks about it, and they do talk about it. I mean, it's like sometimes it's the first thing out of their fucking mouth. It's exhausting.
So tell me how you really feel about Trump.
He's a sex pest. I mean, he's a convicted rapist. You know, the only reason that he didn't get convicted is because of the law that was written back then. Do you know that?
No, because remember you asked me about it before. It's like I never heard of it.
Yeah,
but that's what everyone was
the law
saying.
in New York back then. The only way that you could get convicted of rape was if it was P and V that happened. He forcibly shoved his hand up her skirt, and because of that, it wasn't considered rape.
Was it SA or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, back in the day. I mean,
yeah, but she kept the clothes that she wore, and Trump refused to get a DNA test.
Oh, natives back, or woke up from his little mouse livings.
I'm not a left-wing nut chick. I'm not a leftist.
You're in denial.
I'm not a leftist. I'm just not. I don't go that far. I just don't. I am a conundrum. They don't know where to put me. I've never fit into a box my entire life.
And you're not going to ever die because you can't fit in a coffin. There you go.
This is true. They're just going to have to make my ass super toasty and, throw me on the ground somewhere. Maybe I'll
Sounds
turn
like my last date.
But yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't like Trump. It's that he is a objectively vile and disgusting human being.
Oh, Jimmy, sorry. I thought I heard a thing, but
Jimmy,
message.
Hello.
Lovely to see you.
Earl.
Good evening.
Hey, Jimmy the Duck.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Yeah. The missus is upstairs playing Monopoly.
Ah.
And I missed the first go around, so.
Yeah, it's because the banker has all the money and Jimmy the Tux don't.
Something like that. That's true. Yeah. Trump Trump talk. What? Why are you talking Trump?
Because
he's not worth talking about. Native atheist, hi.
Oh, I was gonna.
My gain is up too high. I think it's on its lowest. Let me try G Hub.
Maybe you ate too much for Thanksgiving. It's a different kind of gain.
Well, I found that a lot of people that voted for Trump genuinely have no idea of his history.
And I told you that when we started our conversation. Because I've said that from the beginning, not defending, myself or on that comment by any means, but that's why I kind of laughed when everybody was saying, "Oh, Earl destroyed asshole," which really, I said that, I would never debate Earl because she's just way more knowledgeable about politics. I'm just not into politics except for, and I voted Trump only basically for the fact of some issues that I thought were more important than what I saw from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard it is not to say her name the way I want to, and I only do that when you're here.
Uh-huh.
So it's either you take moist or you take the
sucker.
Well, there's a clip. Now, with my luck, I've had like a few clips in my life on here, but then I was saying I'm surprised there's not more. If you watch, there's going to end up being thousands of asshole clips with me sticking my foot in my mouth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'll be one that's just saying Jimmy the Tux. So when I die, he'll have that the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
A personalized message.
So, yeah, Azzo and I did a stream a couple weeks ago about that because I didn't realize that he voted for Trump, and I think it's good for people to see two people that, I mean, ideologically we agree on most things, but I think it's good for people to see when people disagree and don't talk to each other like they hate each other. And
I still like the thumbnail you made on that one.
Right.
A bunch of CUNTs.
I did that just to piss people off. Yeah, I mean, I think it's I think that especially now where most people don't know that Trump has rapidly advancing dementia. They don't know. It's a little shocking to me how little information gets across the political divide, and I think it's important to have conversations like that. So, maybe it helps somebody have conversations with their family or whatever to see two people that disagree on a thing, like, not treat each other like shit. You know?
2 weeks ago, Trump fell asleep at the wheel while Dr. Oz was doing a press conference in the Oval Office. Has anybody seen that footage?
I don't watch it. I don't
He
follow
falls asleep all the time.
I don't.
If sleepy, quote unquote, Joe Biden did the same thing.
Oh, we'd never hear the end of it.
Oh, you would. But
and MAGA, you talk to them, they're like, oh, I didn't. It's a running gag now with every single person that debates MAGA people, because anytime that you brings up something like that, I don't know anything about that. I've never heard of that. It's a running gag now.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I can't tell if it's because they genuinely just aren't, like, there isn't information that is getting to them, or if they're just being willfully ignorant. I honestly can't decide. Probably some of both.
6 of one and half dozen of the other when it comes down to it, though.
Yeah, agreed.
So I'm fucked either way, is what you're saying.
Nah, I'll unfuck you.
Oh, great! There's a clip. The girl propositioning.
I did before it even fell out of my mouth. I was like, "Oh boy."
Hey Jimmy, listen to this. I know you can't. Mrs. in the other room. Okay, sorry.
I'm willing to go to the Virgin Islands with you both and make sure that this unfuck happens.
That's mighty white of you. Wait, now I'm a bigot. Shit. I can't win for losing.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, Tux?
Nothing much. Just here and there, working a little bit.
Sure,
I am working quietly on a couple of videos.
I lied.
I've sent my trailer clip to Skeptic for his request for some content creators to share for week of Christmas, I believe it's gonna air.
Very cool.
And I'll have a coinciding video with it. And I'm working on a kind of a follow-up. Both videos are going to be a follow-up to the last problem of deception. It's part of the problem of deception.
Mm-hmm.
So
very cool.
I'm a ways off. The missus is going to be out of town this week quite a bit, so hopefully I get a good portion of both videos done.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you don't starve with her gone.
So, sorry, say that again, Azo.
And I hope you don't starve while she's gone.
Oh, I eat well, just fine. There's a sushi place that I walk through the door and it sounds like Norm from Cheers.
Places like that, like the VD clinic. No,
yes. Exactly.
Hey Ron, how you doing? Yeah, burning's back, buddies.
That's funny. That was a running joke at the Meet Me at Fives I used to attend.
Meet you at Fives?
Yeah, the Meet Me at Fives. Yeah, it was an incestuous. It was an incestuous bunch.
Oh yeah.
God, great. My family got all inbreds. You weren't supposed to meet them, Jimmy the Tux.
That's right. It was in Indiana. The Meet Me Fives that I went to were in Indiana. Now that you mention it.
My second guess was going to be Carolinas, but hey.
When were you coming through North Carolina, Jimmy?
That was September 23rd.
Oh, that was a while ago.
I came through. I was only in North Carolina for a very tiny bit. I basically left where I picked up the car and just zigzagged any country road that said either north or west.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of took it and then just zigzagged,
Oh, that's cool.
and then ended up took some pictures on the Appalachian Trail,
Oh, nice.
and then stopped by Joe's. I stopped by and visited Joe actually for the night.
Oh, cool.
Got a hotel in his hometown, and then got a out the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Took country roads basically from South Carolina to Cincinnati, and then I took interstates from Cincinnati home.
Jeez Louise.
So
Country roads can be fun though. Oh my
so
god, I had the best time. I was riding to my friend's house for Thanksgiving, and I had to go. I get to go on the Beltway, which is my favorite, because it's the speed limit 70, and I'm cruising, and I'm going about 90, and
Holy.
up come behind me. I'm a lead foot, right? And I've got just enough horsepower to be dangerous. I drive a Focus ST 6-speed manual. It's very sexy. And I look in my rear view, and up comes these guys that are, I mean, they're fucking flying. And I was like, oh shit. And then I see more of them, and I'm like, oh, this is a pack. And I was like, I'm getting in this shit. And start. There's like 10 of us, and we're all just like acting like fucking assholes, just, driving in and out of traffic and stuff. And there's not a cop in sight. And we were going at least 100. I looked down, I was probably going 106.
That poor car. It's going to need a rebuild.
Nah.
Focus ST is a pretty quick little vehicle.
Yeah, STs are perky. I wanted the GT, the Mustang.
But you
GT.
said a Focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bitty car.
Yeah.
They fly. They move.
Yeah. The ST is a
Focus
And they
STs
blow
are
up
nice.
if you move.
They're not a slouch. It's not like
I'm just not a Ford person to begin with anyway, but I'll keep my lovely little Malibu.
No, my car's it's a hatchback. It's not a sedan. So it's not tiny. But it's also has 250 plus horsepower.
yeah.
So it's not the 400 of the GT, but honestly, if I had gotten a GT when I got my car, I would be dead. I would be dead. I have no doubt in my mind that I would be dead.
There's a fly on the windshield somewhere.
I've got just enough horsepower to make that it's really fun. I love my car. I love it so much. I keep it so squeaky clean. I live right behind a car wash and go in there and make it nice and squeaky. And it's 6-speed manual transmission. The clutch is tuned just right. Never had an issue with it. It's a fabulous vehicle. Love it.
Marvelous.
Don't regret a thing.
Oh, before I forget, how would you feel about doing a Christmas stream?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, because I'm not much into holidays, and we're done usually. I'm sure the grandson will be here, but do a later afternoon. Hopefully, I don't end up in the hospital, but we never know. But I'll probably make a.
Yeah, I quit dealing with Christmas and shit. I'd
rather do without it. I tell everybody I don't want a damn thing, and I get shit because I don't need anything.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get anything.
If I need it, I'll get my damn self.
I don't go to my parents' house anymore. If they want to come see me, they can come see me. I honestly I can't drive that far anymore. My blood pressure is too low and I fall asleep. So I don't feel safe driving 4 hours to their place. If I gotta go somewhere, I call an Uber and I go and get in a plane. Let somebody else do the driving. So yeah, I'm down. The only thing I do is I order Chinese food and watch Die Hard. So that's
which is Christmas movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's funny. It's been a topic of conversation. Andrew Seidel just came up with a really cool video, basically about the argument, settling the argument once and for all that it is a Christmas movie.
It is.
It is totally a Christmas movie.
Yep.
100%.
It's all about joy and giving.
And then
with a few
I
hemorrhoids
watched a
thrown in.
movie last weekend called Love Hard on Netflix. So I highly recommend watching that movie. If you
To me,
like
it sounds like a porno, but everything sounds
Die
like
Hard.
a porno to me.
Oh, really? I don't
Yes,
have Netflix.
it does indeed sound like it does indeed sound like, but it is not. It is a Christmas movie, and I highly recommend.
I got rid of all my streaming stuff many years ago when I was super mega poor.
Well, Native, that was just confirmed that it is a Christmas movie, confirmed by Jimmy the Tux.
It is
Via Andrew Seidel.
Yes,
I'm gonna go with.
got to qualify the answer.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Live long and prosper, Native.
And myself. I've always thought that Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
Oh, and there also has three of us.
Actually, I mean, all of them are. I think they all happen on Christmas.
Yeah, because the second one where they're taking over that church has during the Christmas. The third one, well, the one he did it as his so-called son, that wasn't Christmas time. When they went to what, Russia? I don't think it was.
It's been a minute since I've seen the other ones.
Right. That's why I said well, the newer ones I haven't seen forever. I've seen the older ones more recent.
And
I'm
it's so sad what happened to him.
Oh yeah,
it breaks my heart.
Well, also when like with Gene Hackman, the way he died in his, wife.
God, I know. Oh,
she was mummified. He was there for days at least.
Yeah.
With his
because they lived out in the boonies. It's like, you know that this. I mean, this was really dumb on his wife's part, because if you know that this man is a bajillion years old and he's not doing so well,
right.
Why isn't there hospice? Why do you live out in the middle of fucking nowhere where nobody can find you?
Or at least have a nurse. It's not like he doesn't have money.
Where is hospice? Where is the nursey person to come by every day? Like it was really not responsible and very tragic.
Yep. Damn it. Now you made it all sad. No, I did, because I mentioned Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Let's
go back to the corn sounding movie.
Love Hard. It's kind of a story about
is it a movie about
catfished?
A little blue pill.
It's a romantic comedy about getting catfished and then falling in love with the catfisher. And it takes place in Lake Placid, New York, and it's entertaining, to say the least. Very clever.
Okay, now you got me curious.
Oh goodness!
I'm sure we could find a trailer, but it might trigger some.
Well, they can at least look at it on their own. You put it in their iPhone too.
The trailers usually don't, but yeah, it'll take this whole stream down probably.
Yeah, I still got one I got to edit twice. The last one I did.
Well, I forgot to eat today, so
yeah, I'm gonna be shutting this down anyway, really shortly, because it's like 12:30.
Yeah, it's 12:30. Yeah, that's why I was
to church tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to get up early and meet a friend. She's she's moving tomorrow, and she's moving to South Carolina, and
I gotta go to to my
Very
church tomorrow, the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So I've got to meet her before she drives away.
Oh, tell her I miss her. Tell her to write.
She's a good woman. I'm gonna miss her a lot.
Damn it.
Mo Lester. Oh,
I sent you a message. I don't know if you looked at it or not, but
mm-hmm.
you can't tell me it's not.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Cursed Zero. Look who showed up.
Cursed. Oh my God, we're getting ready to shut down and you show up. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I had to ban his ass the other day.
I tell you what, I used to just tune him out. And now I kind of have fun. We each have fun with each other, I think, but
Phrasing.
of course I don't take the religious thing serious anyway. And everybody else is all up in his grill and shit. And I'm over there, backing him up and yeah.
Well, he was saying some weird incel shit, and then we was just spamming emojis, which is in the rules.
Oh, well, that's in the rules. Yeah, hell yeah.
In the rules. And I was just gonna time him out and put him under the troll bridge for 10 minutes or whatever. And then he left and then came back to try to shake the role that I gave him. And I was like, oh, no. We don't play that game.
And I know what he was saying to you in side chat in his head. Mm-hmm. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Well, if
I enjoy him, actually. That's
if
weird.
you want to stay, you gotta mind your manners. Yeah. And
even though the host doesn't have any manners.
Subverting my mod actions is probably not the way to go.
Oh God, here's World War II, 3, or what, 4 by now.
I didn't call you an incel, dude, so chill the fuck out. But what you were posting was weird incel shit. So, calm your shit. Calm your tits there, bud. Get your knickers out of a twist.
Okay.
Have a cookie. I don't want a cookie. I want ice cream.
I want cake.
I made
and none of that dry shit either.
Pies that were so good. I've been eating pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Oh God, I'm on a kick right now. And I don't like pumpkin spice that well usually, but I've always, and it's probably, Dutch apple pie is probably my favorite pie, and now it's pumpkin. It's weird.
Honey, do you think I'm angry? Why are we?
You ain't seen Angry Cursed.
Right.
This is a good mood for her.
Goodness, I'm in a fabulous mood, actually.
Fabulous. Wunderbar.
So you do seem a little sensitive there, sweet cheeks.
Oh, sweet cheeks, that's so special. That's precious. I'm gonna stir the pot. No, I ain't.
I know.
I gotta be neutral as a parent on biased toast.
I am here for it. Stir.
Oh, yeah.
Stir away.
I miss the days when I used to go trolling. I'm now so lazy I can't even create a second account to go do it. I mean, when I go troll, I troll with my regular profile.
Yeah, fuck it. I do.
And I think that's how I got so.
I do it proudly. Yeah, out in the open.
I think that's why everybody knew me. I'd have people say, "Yeah, I've seen you. You're more popular than anybody else I've met on here." It's like, what? Yeah, I see you everywhere in comments, and everybody's laughing.
I make a point to be noticed.
Oh, I just make noise to be noticed, and don't even kind of be a point to it.
Yeah, I purposefully say shit.
I wanted to say something so bad.
I don't like being ignored.
Oh wait, what else?
Cursed, why don't you go and take a chill pill? I don't know anything about you. I don't like you. So I don't know what you mean by diddling, because that doesn't make any sense in that sentence. But
When you
I'm
get a
not
fiddle,
trying to get to know you. I'm not saying anything about you really personally. You're annoying. Fuck off.
I want that
Yeah.
shirt that says "fuck off." F was that hyphen CAW hyphen and F or K? Yeah, something. F. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, it's just not that big of a deal.
That's
Just
what my
don't.
ex-wife said.
It ain't worth being all getting your knickers in a bunch. Shut up, lady. You don't know what I'm doing this on purpose. Are you slow?
Oh God, I know it's.
Who
She's
is
getting into
mad?
she's doing
Man, you
voices.
are big mad. So big mad.
Hi, Big Mama.
So big mad. So mad.
God, no, you're gonna. Can you sing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" for us?
Happy birthday,
Text.
Mr.
Tux. What's they call you? Text. Send me the text.
I can sound
Happy birthday to you.
really want.
Oh my God, we got the Munchkins. We are the lollipop kids.
The
The
little
lollipop
chipmunks.
kids.
Christmas, don't be late.
I'm gonna have to kick her. I'm sorry, Jimmy. She's losing her shit.
She's losing her
She's
shit.
lost her mind. I'm proving a point, and you're falling for the trap. Oh, so dramatic.
God, are you
My
drunk,
goodness.
girl?
I'm reading curses put in the chat. He's such a drama queen. My goodness.
Oh, and you're making Jimmy go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm tired. It's my bedtime.
It's all
As
our
much as
bedtime.
I-
We just don't know it yet.
As much as I love y'all, I'm gonna leave you.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably shut this down. Now that we got 5 whole people, shut it down. Woo! It's rush hour.
Proving a point, my ass.
Oh, before I forget, another thing, Miss Orbit,
Uh-huh.
think about what date, DATE, that you want to do these streams. Obviously, I'm
cool
going to
doing
make
it
one for Christmas.
on Saturdays. Like after Ed streams. If that's okay with you.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'll make sure to invite everybody that is religious. They can pray for our souls.
Yep.
Lord Jesus.
The existence is causing.
No, say it right. I don't like that. I'm Ricky Bobby. Dear baby Jesus in diapers. He's my favorite
listen to
version of
the thing.
Jesus.
She's too slow to catch on. It's 2 with 2 O's, dumb fuck.
Oh, wait.
It's two of those. Yes. Yeah. Well, I wanted to stop on and
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yes.
Mo asked
bed and get
earlier
myself
if
thinking about
Earl
Jimmy.
had a boyfriend, and I replied
yeah.
that
I saw that.
Jimmy is the boyfriend.
that I'm your
Abso-fucking-lutely.
girlfriend. And
Yes. Yes, sir.
as is,
Read me the phone book.
I'm not sure you're taken or not, but I'm definitely in the girlfriend. I'm in the girl camp.
So in other words,
Read me the phone book.
Jimmy,
You got me for
Jimmy
life.
is Earl's gay
Yes.
best friend.
I'm,
BFF,
yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yes. I'm gay
I
for
used to be the gay BFF, but I found out that
That's $20. $20
yeah,
is $20.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Jesus.
well, you can get it for $20 anymore as a
Can
candy
you
bar.
imagine having that much ego? Goodness.
Oh, wait a second. Tosses Earl Cookie. Glad you're still
Tosses Earl a cookie.
Easily controlled. How am I being
Wow.
controlled right
On
now?
that note,
Right?
you're not the boss of me, Earl.
Get the hell out of here and stay out, Mr. Tux.
When you let me leave, I'll go.
You are dismissed.
Thank you.
Oh,
All right.
be gone.
All right. Cheers. Cheers, Opal.
Bye,
Teclis.
Jimmy. Good to see
Thanks
you.
for stopping by, Jimmy. Always a pleasure. And stay out. I think that should be the name of my show. And stay out.
Oh man, I mean, is he serious? Like that can't be serious.
Oh wait, I tricked. How did I click on something? And I didn't even know I clicked on it. I've lost the conversation. Wait, where is it at? At least to get that off there. Oh wait, we're gonna go back to. I forgot about that one. I thought I had one in here for you, for your channel, but I got one for Gangster.
A one what?
The scrolling. I thought for your website.
Oh.
Wait, you got that one? Oh yeah, then the famous or infamous. And what's funny is I scrolled this and I forgot who was in here, and all I seen was
God, that's an old
OMG.
one. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, because I don't stream much on here, and I don't rearrange shit either. Oh Lordy. Anyway, well, you better go eat. I'm gonna shut this down because it's been 3 hours. That's
Right.
I need to go in training to be able to go this long anymore.
Yeah, all of them won't go.
I don't know how I did a 12-hour stream, but whew.
Yeah, that's it.
I was younger back then. I was like probably 59. I was in my prime back then.
Yeah, we'll in the future we'll try to keep them under 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't care. Just as long as if I get tired before that, I'll just say, see you guys later. Well, and that's what I'm saying. I need to check out right now. StreamYard's having 40% off, and it's still like $260
Good grief.
for a year. But I don't remember how many seats I have. If I have like more than one, then you'll probably get the other one since we're be streaming over here and over here, whatever it might be. Or I might just keep this free version. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind slinging
or get restream maybe. It's cheaper.
Yeah, I can.
Well, actually, I'll just shut this down so everybody go night night, and we can talk backstage really quick.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks everybody for popping in and allowing us to entertain you on this wonderful Jewish holiday that's ended, called the Sabbath. Dominus Ominous, you're not saved.